Welcome to the Thursday Night Lights High School Football Game of the Week presented by Wendy's. My name is Mike McGivern. I'm with Sports Radio 1250 WSSP. We're here live at Hart Park as Milwaukee Marquette takes on Wisconsin Lutheran. And this is the Sports Radio 1250 WSSP pregame show. Thanks for joining us. I'm joined here by two head coaches tonight. Coach Jeff Mazurchak from Milwaukee Marquette, Coach Kirk DeNoyer from Wisconsin Lutheran. Coach Maz, let's start with you. It's year two as the head coach at Marquette. How have things changed for you? Things slowed down, a little bit different this year than last?
Actually, nothing's really changed. We're here on the first week of the year, and we're at a great matchup with Wisconsin Lutheran, a fine program. As a 22nd year, starting as a coach in high school, the only thing that I adjusted to, I think, was the administrative aspect of being a head coach. The on-field stuff is all the same, except now your name is on the bottom line, and I'm enjoying every minute of it. I feel like I'm at home here, and I'm really loving it.
Excellent, Coach. Thank you. We'll get back to you. Coach DeNoyer, quick question for you. 17th year for you, or 18th year? 17th year. How things have changed a little bit over the years, or if you just kind of gotten into a really nice routine with how you start, where you start, and the things that you guys try to accomplish?
We've been very fortunate to keep our coaching staff together for most of those 17 years, so we feel somewhat comfortable now we start, but it's new kids every year, and there's always anxieties in this first game.
Yeah, I agree. Guys, the early start, I'm going to ask you both the same question. The early start, it seems just a little bit different to me. You know, I was always one that once the school started, all the kids came out. You guys don't start school for a couple weeks. How has the early start affected Marquette?
I think the early start is tough on families, especially baseball players, and, you know, them trying to get on a vacation. You know, our coaching staff is always ready and willing to go. Youth football starts. My son's in youth football, so I wasn't going anywhere this week. But, you know, for all of our other families, I think it's an adjustment. I think it is an adjustment, and, you know, it's awful close to the baseball season, but we're happy to be playing football and excited to be out here, and that's all behind us now.
Coach, same question for you. The early start, good, bad, indifferent?
I agree with Coach Maz. It is a strain on coaches and, more importantly, on the families of our players. But you know what? We're 3 weeks in now, and it's football, and we'll worry about that at another time.
You got it. Boys, a year ago it was 28-7, Wisconsin Lutheran. You know what? Marquette's got a little revenge on their mind, boys. We're really looking forward to this one tonight. Thanks for stopping by. Good luck tonight. Hey, we're going to get to a break. Other side of the break, I'm going to turn you over to Dick Basham and John Weiser for the keys to the game. This is the Thursday Night Lights High School Football Game of the Week presented by Wendy's, only on My 24.
Welcome back to Hart Park in Wauwatosa, our season opener of Thursday Night Lights, special edition here on Friday night with the Hall of Fame football coach Dick Basham. I'm John Weiser, play-by-play announcer for the second season of Thursday Night Lights. Glad you're along this evening. Two teams that went deep in the playoffs a season ago, Marquette and Wisconsin Lutheran, on tap for you tonight. And despite the depth in the playoffs last season, some changes on both sides of the football, starting with Marquette on that offensive side.
Well, that's right. Although the two guys I'm going to talk about did play a lot last year, but they have had to make a lot of changes on their offensive side. But we want to highlight two players. Number one, Matt Mishewitz, who is a wide receiver. He's a senior. He's about 6'4", 175 pounds, a great athlete. He plays basketball, runs track, as well as an outstanding football player. Last year, he had 44 catches for about 800 yards, which, if you figure that out, that's almost 20 yards a catch and 11 touchdowns. So he's a real force. Not only does he have the speed, but he can go up and get the ball, and that really makes a difference. Also on offense, we have their center, Mark Spellman, who is a 3-year starter. He's actually started 27 games in his first 2 years at Marquette High School, and he's the iron rock of that line. And they're going to need him to play very well all year long. But he's a team captain. He's a very good student. He's already been offered by the Air Force Academy. When he played back in 2009, he weighed about 205 pounds at the end of the season. Now he weighs 255 pounds. So over the last 2 years, he's really grown and has become an outstanding player.
On the defensive side of the football for Marquette, somebody you'll see an awful lot of here tonight, and that's their free safety, Yeager.
Yeah, Cody Yeager was a very good player as a sophomore, although he didn't play at that time. But he did start all last year. He's number 7. He's a free safety. He's about 6 feet, 195 pounds. So he's a good-sized kid for a free safety. But he's also going to start at running back tonight, which is very unusual for Marquette to have somebody playing both ways. He had about 75 tackles last year, broke up 11 passes. He's a real solid runner and can do a great job.
For Wisconsin Lutheran, they went into the playoffs deep last season too. Some changes on their offensive side.
Well, that's true. They had a senior quarterback coming back this year in Nolan McShane, but Nolan agreed that it would be a good idea for him to go to tight end so they could bring in their junior quarterback, number 15, Zach Evans. And I saw him in practice this week, and he's an outstanding quarterback. I can see why they made that decision. He runs well. He throws the ball very well. He seems to have good leadership qualities, and he's an outstanding athlete. And then the other player that they're highlighting is Coach's son, Andy Denoyer, number 12. This is his third year as a starter on the offense, and he's a wide receiver. He was our leading receiver last year on a team that doesn't throw the ball all that much. He had 13 catches, but he averaged about 16 yards a catch, so that's a pretty good yardage.
Defensively, what do we see from the Vikings?
Well, defense is where I think their strongest side of the ball right now, at least it appears to me without seeing them play a game. But they have two sophomores who were all conference last year they're going to highlight. The first is number 61, Ken Reed. He's a two-way player for him. He's also playing left tackle on offense, but he's a defensive tackle. He'll be playing over Marquette's right guard. He's the fastest and the strongest player on the team. He's about 6'1", 230 pounds, and he can really raise cane. So that's going to be a problem, I think, for Marquette. And the other one is linebacker Dia Bell, number 17, also a terrific athlete. I saw him in practice. He's also a very good running back. We're going to see him playing a lot of running back, but the thing about him, he's got the ability to go from sideline to sideline and make plays.
Our leaderboard brought to you tonight by Wisconsin Lutheran College, Academic Excellence, Christian Leadership. Now our time for our keys to the game quickly.
Well, they're very quick. Wisconsin Lutheran needs to pressure the quarterback and I think stay out of predictable situations since they're a running game. And if they can control the ball and shorten the game, I think they'll be successful. On the other hand, Marquette has to do the opposite. They have to give their quarterback time to throw. And they must keep Lutheran under 3 yards on first down, I believe, and keep them as far from the goal line as they can for field position.
Let's cue the Rolling Stones and start it up. The season premiere of Thursday Night Lights coming up next on My 24. Welcome back to Hart Park in Wauwatosa. The 2011 season opener of Thursday Night Lights, special edition on Friday, presented by Wendy's. Dick Basham, John Weiser with you. A great crowd on hand for this one. Two rivals here going back the last 15 years, Dick. These two teams opening up the season.
That's right. We played Wisconsin. I say we, I shouldn't do that because I don't coach there anymore. But Marquette started playing Wisconsin Lutheran on really big games back in the mid-'90s in the playoffs with WISA. In fact, Marquette played Wisconsin Lutheran in the last WISA State Championship game in 1999. Since then, both schools thought it was a good idea to play each other to start this season, and they have done that now since 2000, and this I think will be the 12th game. I think the series is split about 50-50, or after tonight, I think if Marquette wins, it'll be 6-6. So it's a good rivalry, and it's a good way to start the season for both teams.
Wisconsin Lutheran won our coin toss. They have deferred to the second half. They will defend to our right, the south end zone. Marquette to our left, the north end zone here at Hart Park. You couldn't ask for a better opening night of weather here tonight. Temperatures in the upper 70s, low 80s will fall back into the 70s as the evening progresses. Just a little bit of a breeze out of the southwest that should not affect anything here tonight. Kirk Denoyer, the head football coach over at Wisconsin Lutheran. You get a look at him on that far sideline.
For Marquette, number 1,
Matt Mishevitz and Cody Yeager standing deep to receive our opening kickoff.
Yeager. Kicking off for Wisco, number 85, Jansen Van Grisven.
So we're all set for Thursday Night Lights. Settle in for some exciting high school football. The opening kick will drop back. It'll be Yeager at his own goal line. He'll take it up the middle of the 10 to the 15, and he is hammered and dropped short of the 20-yard line. Getting in there on that stop.
Ken Reed,
the junior, the 6-foot junior for Wisconsin Lutheran on special teams.
Well, he does everything. As I said in the opening, he plays offensive tackle, and he's a defensive tackle. He's the fastest, strongest player, and now he's down and making the tackle on the kickoff.
Marquette takes
Joe Greif will start at quarterback, the senior, 6'1", 190. He is also an offensive captain this year. As a junior, 21 receptions, 236 yards, and a touchdown. And they will open from the gun. They roll a receiver to the far side. That is Jordan Nishevitz. So we got Mischewitz and Nischewitz. And Nischewitz in motion as Greif looks, plenty of time, going over the middle. Mischewitz open, caught at midfield at the 50. Down the far sideline, they will not catch him. Opening salvo fired by Marquette. Touchdown, Hilltoppers.
Number 1.
Well, I think
Mischewitz.
I alluded to that in the warm-up that that he is a great receiver. He does have good speed. Not only that, he's tall, and that was a great throw. Joe Greif is a very good quarterback, even though it's his first year as a starter. He's a very good quarterback, and I think that's indicative of what might happen.
So the opening play goes for pay dirt as we get a look. Plenty of time for Greif to throw, and Mischewitz wide open over the middle, beating the defensive back there for
the extra point.
The Vikings. It looked like it was the outside linebacker Connor Treptow who was locked into that defense and could not catch up for him.
7.
As the extra point is good.
0.
And 16 seconds into our ball game, it's a 7-0 Marquette lead.
Well, I'm sure that's something that they had seen in the tape they had from the scrimmage last week for Wisco. They over the years they have always played man-to-man on almost every down, and when you play man-to-man, you have to be able to match up, and I think Marquette was checking that matchup out right away, and it worked out well. Like, not saying it can happen all night long, but at least it makes it exciting for the first play of the game.
81 yards on the touchdown reception by Mischewitz. He caught 11 touchdown passes a season ago. An all-conference player off to a big start for the Hilltoppers here tonight. 7-0 Marquette. Now, if you're Kirk Denoyer, you got to rally the troops here, regroup here, and get refocused.
There's a re-kick on the extra point.
Well, we're going to have a re-kick.
Penalty against Marquette.
I didn't see what it was.
Didn't see. Was
illegal procedure? Okay.
Procedure call on the extra point, so we'll take that one off the board momentarily as Steve Yoss will come back out to attempt the extra point, this time from the 16-yard line. Cullen Gilbert on the hold, and we got movement up front again. This will be a problem, I think, tonight. Again, these teams have practiced just 15 days, and we get into a live game situation, and we're going to see a lot of procedure calls, I believe, throughout the evening here tonight.
Now they got the yardage back because that was on Wisconsin Lutheran, so that takes it back to the 3-yard line to make it a normal extra point now.
Yoss to attempt the extra point. High snap. Gilbert gets it down. The kick is on the way, and it is good. Just snuck it in over that left upright. So officially a 7-0 lead for Marquette here early on. As I was alluding to earlier, if you're Wisconsin Lutheran now, you got to build yourself back up. That's just one play. You got to forget about it. Go back to work.
Well, it's similar to somebody running the opening kickoff back. If you're going to let them do that, the opening one's the best one because you have the rest of the game to recover from it. And I'm sure that Kirk Denoyer is telling these guys, don't panic. It's early. And that's the right way to approach it because it is a long game, and especially the first game of the year, a lot of strange things can happen, fumbles, miscues of that type. You could just haven't played. Yeah. And besides that, they started a week earlier than normal, and sometimes it takes a while to really get the feel for what's going on.
It'll be Denoyer and Bell standing deep to receive the kick. Andy Denoyer, the coach's son,
will be kicking off for Marquette.
Yeah, Marquette's quarterback, Joe Greif, does the kickoffs.
Back to receive, number 12, Andrew Denoyer, and number 17, Adihia Bell.
So Greif will use the left hash mark here. He'll have a little bit of a breeze.
Both of these guys from Wisconsin Lutheran are capable of taking the ball all the way back, so this is not a given here that it won't be tied.
And Greif's kick, and it'll be Denoyer. He'll take at the 5, down the far sideline, makes it to the 20, 25, finds a hole, 30, breaks a tackle across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
Denoyer.
So Denoyer gets the Vikings good field position for their first offensive set of the night.
Well, Marquette did what they wanted to. They had the play pinned in on the sideline, but Denoyer was able to find a crease right there. One missed tackle, but able to trip him up, and that's a very fine return. As I said in our keys to the game, you want to keep Wisconsin Lutheran as far from the goal line as you can.
Zach Evans will check in at quarterback. Evans, the junior, 6 foot, 190 pound. Two-man backfield, Heisey and Webb. And it is
running back,
that's Webb.
5,
Jordan Webb on the
Webb
carry. Spencer Felknor, the nose guard, able to bring him down
Jack
for a short gain of
Fitzgibbons.
3. Second down and about 7 coming up here
Ball's
for
on the
Wisconsin
Wisco
Lutheran.
40-yard line.
Well, Wisconsin Lutheran over the years has been predominantly a running team. They run what's called the Veer offense. They run it as well as anybody in the state of Wisconsin. Kirk Denoyer is an outstanding coach, and so we'll see if they can keep it going on the ground.
Again, Heisey and Webb in the backfield. This is Heisey, his first carry. Tries to go over the middle, across the 43, out to about the 44-yard line.
Ball carrier, number
And
28, Justin
Connor Sheehy, the
Heisey.
defensive end, able to make the stop defensively for the Hilltoppers.
Brought
Brings up
down
3rd and
by
short
number
for Wisco.
56.
This is right where
Connor
Wisco likes to be,
Sheehy.
that 2 downs and have it just keep it in a
Gains
running
just
situation
short
on 3rd down.
of
Although
the
it's
Wisco
not
45-yard
unusual for
line.
him to sometimes throw a pass on a short yardage situation like this, especially early in the year.
Van Grivson and Denoyer split out here the near side. Split backfield of Heisey and Webb on 3rd and short. And the give is to Webb. And Webb gets the first down and more out to midfield before he's finally wrestled down there. John Mayer, the outside linebacker, able to bring him
Ball
down.
carrier,
But it will be a
Webb,
first
number
down.
5.
Our First Bank Financial Center first down. Our sponsor on First Downs on Thursday Night Lights. First Financial Banking
Brought
Center.
down by
Discover the community bank
number
difference.
21,
Well, speaking
John
of banks,
Mayer.
on that play, they went where the money was, and
Ball
that's
is just
behind
over the 50
Ken Reed,
50-yard
who's a
line
left
in
tackle,
Marquette territory.
and he was
First
able to make a
down.
hole, and they got the first down.
From midfield, 1st and 10, Vikings. 7-0, Marquette with the lead. First pass of the ball game for the Vikings. They swing it out here to the near side. Pass is caught by Nolan McShane, the senior.
Pass,
Gain of
number
about
15,
9, brought down by
Zach
Ryan Donald, the
Evans,
cornerback
number
here on the near
88.
side.
Nolan
That's a very
McShane.
typical Wisconsin Lutheran play, action
Ball's
pass off the
placed
dive
at the
play.
Marquette
And Nolan
41
McShane
yard
was a backup quarterback last year, moved to tight end this year, and you see he's very capable at that position as well.
Very short off season for McShane, baseball player
Right.
this past year, and
Right.
right back onto the football field. Sets up a 2nd and short. A good down here if you're Wisconsin Lutheran.
You're right.
They like this. This is where they make their, and then we got an
Yeah,
offside on the corner
encroachment,
on the
yeah,
far
right.
side.
Mhm.
Good call there, Coach.
Flag on the play. Dead
Marquette
ball
defender,
foul.
that was Dari Ungabawali.
Offside.
Let's
Easy
call
for
him
you to
Dari.
say. Just call him Dari. Senior 6'185", lined up in the neutral zone that time. And again, you can check with the official on the far side.
Right.
He'll let you move up, but he just walked right across the line of scrimmage
Ball's
without
placed
checking.
at
Well,
the
there's a little story about
Marquette
that. Dari was a
36-yard
soccer
line.
player until last year. Last year was the first year he played football. He decided he wanted to give it a try. He's a
First and
terrific
10.
athlete. But he got a little disoriented and stepped over the ball, and that's in high school, that's a violation and automatic 5-yard penalty.
Picks up the first down for the Vikings. Move it to the Hilltopper 36-yard line. Just over 9 minutes to go. First quarter, 7-0 Marquette. 81-yard pass reception by Mashevitz. And the give is to Heisey. And Heisey pulls his way forward up the middle inside the 35 down to the 34-yard line. Give
Justin
him full forward
Heisey,
progress
the ball
inside the
carrier.
33 on that play. Matt Wyatt Viseth, one of the outstanding linebackers that time for the Hilltoppers, able to make the stop.
Number 30, Connor Cannon on the tackle. Ball's at the Marquette
Gain of about 4.
32-yard line.
Bring up 2nd down and 6 from the near hash. Split backfield of Webb and Heisey.
There we
This
go.
time it's the Webb, and he gets hammered behind the line of scrimmage. May have lost a yard. Good read by the defense that time. As leading the play was John Horter, the defensive end here on the right side.
Well, that's exactly what Marquette needed
Stopped
at that
by
point
the
in time,
right
because
side of the
they've
Marquette defense.
now put them into a situation
Loss
where
on the
they probably
play.
need to throw the ball here.
Ball
And
is at
Marquette
the
knows that, so they can
32
adjust their
and a half
defense to
yard
that
line.
possibility.
Loss of 1, 3rd down coming up here for the Vikings.
Wisconsin Lutheran does have a very good kicker. Jansen Van Grinsen is a very good kicker and is capable of kicking a long field goal.
Twins to the right here on 3rd down. Plenty of time. Looks to throw, overshoots his intended target that time. Is a little too much
Evans
mustard on the pass that time by Evans, looking for Van Grinsen. McShane, Nolan McShane, the intended receiver.
Yeah, Marquette's cornerback, Ryan Donald, had slipped and was giving a lot of room to start with, but he also slipped. Had he been able to catch that ball, that could have been a real problem.
An interesting decision now for Kirk Denoyer.
Well,
Fourth
I think
and about
yeah,
6.
Yeah, it's too close to punt, and I think it's a little too far probably to kick a field goal, so I think they'll go for it. I'd look for maybe possibly a screen pass or a little swing pass, something like that. See if they can get it to a back out in the flat.
Heisey, the lone man in the backfield. They'll go twins left and right, bring Webb in motion to the far side. Evans rolling right. Now steps up, going to get sacked back at the 43-yard line. Momentarily had some time, but Spencer Felkner closed and made the sack. And the Vikings give it up on downs back at their own 41-yard line.
Yeah, that was a great play. And that's what I said in the keys of the game. They need to stay out of predictable situations because Marquette could set up a blitz, and they were able to do that successfully.
At the Marquette.
Just as Evans was to step up, Felkner stepped in.
Hilltoppers take over.
So the Hilltoppers will have it first and 10 on their own 41-yard line, leading 7-0. With 7:46 to go here in this first quarter. Greif in at quarterback under center. The give this time goes to Cody Yeager, and Yeager with the carry. Stopped by Reed and Lewis up front for Wisconsin Lutheran.
Actually, they've got Jordan Nashewitz in now at running back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stopped by the
Trying to make those twos into sevens.
That's
here.
right. Yeah. Well, they can't use Yeager in every down. It's he's a hard-hitting player. He won't be able to survive the entire season playing both ways. So they're going to spell him, I think, and do it by committee. Here they have a double width formation now. They're going to give to the fullback on a trap play.
That's Jordan McLean, takes it across the 45, takes a few tacklers with him out to the 46-yard line.
Jordan
Nice gain that time by the junior. Jordan McLean brought down by Dimitri Lewis, the defensive tackle.
Number 24, Justin Wilson. Ball's
So a third and about 6 here for Marquette. They lead it 7-0, scoring on the first play from scrimmage, an 81-yard touchdown pass from Greif to Mishevitz.
This is a big down for Marquette. They really don't want to give the ball up right away. They need to get a first down here and keep their defense off the field.
Slot to the left. Greif with time, looks to throw left side, completes the pass, breaking a tackle across midfield and into Wisco territory down to the 39-yard line. William Crawford, the senior tight end, with the reception.
That was a nice move by Crawford. He stepped out of that tackle. He was fairly well covered, but he spun and he stepped out of that tackle and was able to get the first down. Also a very accurate throw on time.
First down.
Good patience that time by Greif in the pocket. Felt the pressure coming.
Right.
He's
got a lot of poise. That's I think more than one might expect for a first-year starting quarterback.
Zach Ginster able to finally bring Crawford down, but it's enough for a first down at the Viking 39-yard line. 6:20 to go here in this first quarter. 7-0 Marquette. Drag a man in motion to the far side. That's Kruger. And they'll try a screen pass here. Screen to the near side and read Wells. The defense had it covered perfectly that time as they tried to swing it out to Jordan Nashevitz. And it was Andrew Flagel able to come in and make the stop.
Yeah, he was, again, they're playing man-to-man defense, and so that was his man. He was assigned to that man, and he read the play very well. And Marquette wasn't able to get a block on him and ended up losing 2 yards.
Flagel, part of that great linebacking core here for Wisconsin Lutheran, led by Bell. They're all conference player, but Flagel, a 5'10", 220-pound senior, on the stop that time for a loss of 2. 2nd and 12 here for the Hilltoppers. And they'll send a man in motion to the far side. That's Ash. This time they'll run the draw play. Big hole over the right side. And inside the 20, down near the 15-yard line, is Cody Yeager on the carry. And Bell finally brought him down, but not before he picked up 23 yards and a first down.
Well, that was a nice call. That was a draw play, which starts out to look like a pass. It actually is a zone read play, but it looks like a draw play. And a lot of people playing man-to-man were running the wrong way, covering people, and was able to get a good yardage.
First down.
Gain of 24 on the play and a first down for the Hilltoppers. We approach the 5-minute mark remaining here in the quarter. 7-0 Marquette. Greif again will work from shotgun. Yeager alone in the backfield. 3 receivers to the left side. Looking right, man-to-man coverage, and they just ran out of territory that time looking for Mishevitz. He was double-teamed right out of bounds. Buckley with a nice coverage that time for the Vikings.
Well, they were on the right hash mark. I'm a little surprised they threw it there because there isn't a lot of room, and the safety was able to come over and help the linebacker who was running with him, and that play really was, I think, doomed from the start.
Sets up 2nd and 10 for the Hilltoppers. Yeager alone in the backfield. 3 receivers with a slot to the left here for the Hilltoppers. They'll give to Yeager, and he's pulled down in the backfield.
He kept it.
I'm sorry. Good fake on his part. He faked out at the booth here.
Joe Greif,
Greif on the
keeper.
kick that time, took it inside the 15 down to about the 12-yard line.
17, Bell.
Bell that time on the stop.
Well, Greif's a very good runner. He played flanker last year, and also they used him in the backfield as well. And he's a very capable runner, and that really helps their offense because he's a double threat.
3rd and 6.
So in the red zone here once again, facing 3rd and long. This time Greif will work in under center. I formation. Twins here to the right. Tight end set up on the left side. Bring Ash in motion to the far side. Play action, rolling out with time. Delivers the football, caught here on the near side by McLean inside the 5 and dropped at the 3-yard line. Danny Meyer, the free safety, able to swing in and make the tackles, preventing the touchdown.
Well, that's really a tough play for Wisconsin Lutheran to cover because they're playing man-to-man and they're bringing that guy out of the backfield after a really good run fake. And if anybody looks the wrong way, they lose their man. And the free safety was able to cover the play.
A personal foul call here against the Vikings during that play, so half the distance to the goal. We'll move that football inside the 2.
Wisconsin Lutheran.
This is where the yardage gets tough. Wisconsin Lutheran is very good down in the red zone, especially inside the 5-yard line. They normally really pack it in there.
Yeager alone in the backfield. They'll put the tight end, Crawford, on the far side. And Greif will keep, dives to the end zone. Touchdown, Hilltoppers.
Number 6, Joe Greif
on the carry.
They
get it in the end zone, and it's 13-0 Marquette.
Well, he's a 190-pound quarterback, and he's very strong. He's an off-season weightlifter, and he can put his shoulder down and punch it in there, and that's exactly what he did.
So a nice drive after getting the defensive
12,
stop on
Joe
4th down.
Yoss in for the extra point.
This time they go 59 yards, capped off by the run by Greif, and now Yoss on to attempt the extra point. Ball is down, the kick is up, and it is wide right, no good. 13-0 Marquette on top of Wisconsin Lutheran. The season opener of Thursday Night Lights presented by Wendy's on My 24.
Hey, I'm here with Daniel Johnson. He is the president of Wisconsin Lutheran College. Sir, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having us.
Excellent. Tell me a little bit about Wisconsin Lutheran College.
Wisconsin Lutheran College is a Christian college here in the Wauwatosa, Milwaukee area. And we are passionate about offering academic excellence for our students as we prepare them for 21st century careers, utilizing over 30 majors. But it's not just for 18 to 23-year-olds. We also have adult programs as well through our adult and graduate studies. And I tell you, we're enjoying record enrollment, and it's just a terribly exciting time to the campus.
Good for you. Tell me a little bit about, certainly grassroots marketing is important to you guys. Thanks for getting involved in Thursday Night Lights. Tell me why you guys have gotten involved.
Well, I tell you, we love this community that we find ourselves in, and we're honored to serve here. And it's just a great way for us to meet new friends and see old friends as well. And so we really support it. I love being here. It's a great opportunity here.
Real quick, fall visit days coming up.
October 27th and 28th. A great way for new students to learn more about WLC and come visit with our parents, visit our staff. And if you want to register, you can do so at WLC.edu. WLC.edu. So appreciate it.
Thank you. Back up to the booth.
Thank you.
Bell that time with a little bit of a problem on the kickoff, and Viseth able to stop him just across the 16-yard line. Wisconsin Lutheran down 13-0. A 9-play, 59-yard drive by Marquette on their last possession.
Well, that's a very impressive drive, I'd say, for this early in the year. And they had a couple big plays, third down plays that they had to convert. And they were able to do it.
We'll call that one of our Boucher big hit collisions. If you've been in a collision, you can count on Boucher Automotive with body shops all over southeast Wisconsin to fix whatever is dented or broken on your car. First play from scrimmage.
Carrier number 28, Justin Heisey.
Heisey gets the ball carry, brought down by Horter,
Marquette defense.
along with Fitzgibbons, the linebacker for Marquette. Gain of about 2 sets up 2nd down and 8 for the Vikings.
Well, that's exactly what Marquette needs to do, is hold them under 3 yards on 1st down. Now Wisconsin Lutheran has to decide if they're going to try to go back to their passing game, or do they think they can still punch it in there and keep it on schedule for a 3rd and short play.
Hey, and excellent. Hey, and when the offense for Wisconsin Lutheran is on the other side, Coach Denoyer was talking about to his backs about recognition and cutting back. They think if they cut back against the grain, they can gain quite a few more yards than they're gaining now. And he's really harping on them for hole recognition, to find out where the hole is and cut back.
Thank you very much, Mike.
Yeah,
Mike
that's a good
McGivern
point.
on the sideline. Very good, astute observation down there, and we'll see if that comes true here. But a penalty on the Vikings sets them back 2nd and 13, delay a game.
Well, Wisconsin Lutheran does have a spread offense that they put in, and last year they started doing a little bit, and they did it in their scrimmage, and they are in the shotgun with 2 backs back there.
Evans will work from shotgun with the double back set. And they'll give to the far side. Trying to get the corner that time is the running back, Jordan Webb.
Jordan Webb on the carry.
Junior, 5'8". Trying to get the edge on the outside. John Mayer, the outside linebacker, there to make the stop.
By number 5, Ryan.
And that was somewhat of a passing
Ryan
look as far
Donald.
as the formation is concerned, but they ran what's called a zone read play, and the quarterback gave the ball to the running
Ball
back
is
and tried to
on
take
the
it wide.
Wisconsin Lutheran 15-yard line.
Sets up 3rd and 11 here.
3rd and 11.
Just over 2 minutes to play here in this first quarter. Dominated by Marquette, both offensively and defensively. Made a stand the last possession here by the Vikings. Trips here to the near side on 3rd and long. Empty backfield, Evans. Looking to throw this way, and it's incomplete. Good coverage out there as they tried to go to McShane, and it was Ryan Donald out there in coverage, step for step with McShane.
Yeah, that was, and Donald's is 6'2", so he can handle McShane, who's very tall. McShane did have outside position, but it would have taken a perfect throw in order to complete that pass, and that wasn't going to happen.
Yeager back to receive for Marquette.
So Yeager standing near midfield to get the punt here for Marquette.
85 Van Grisseven.
Jansen Van
to punt.
Grinsven on the punt here. Gets a good snap. Nice healthy boot into this one. Yeager will drift back to his own 40. Up the middle of the 45 to midfield, and he is met and brought down there. Zach Ginster that time on the stop for Wisconsin Lutheran, and it'll be Marquette ball at midfield. He's the new voice of reason, and you might not like what he has to say. Watch the Jeremy Kyle Show weekdays at 9 and 1 starting September 19th on My 24.
49-yard line.
Well, Zach Ginster is a veteran player for Wisconsin Lutheran as well. He's all-conference last year as a junior, and it's a very good defensive end, and you're going to hear his name quite a bit tonight before we're done here.
1st down and 10 for Marquette near midfield. They lead 13-0, minute 42 to go here in this first quarter. Greif from shotgun. Blitz coming, steps up, and he's going to fall down at the 45-yard line. Tried to step up that time and was brought down. Justin Wilson, the defensive end, off that left side, able to get a hold of him.
Well, you're going to see here that the defensive end at the top of the screen, he makes a good play of getting rid of his blocker, Jordan McLean. He slipped that block, stepped inside. Joe Greif did a good job of stepping up and trying to get himself some time, but he walked right into the tackle.
Lost back to their own 45-yard line. Sets up 2nd down and 14. 3 receivers to the left. Single back in the backfield for Greif, and now we got a penalty marker thrown.
Dead ball foul.
A neutral zone violation, I believe, here
Yeah, that was splitting
on
hairs
Wisconsin
there.
Lutheran.
Penalty against Wisconsin Lutheran. Offside.
As we said, I think throughout the state, it's the season opener for every high school program, and this weekend, and I think that's what you're going to see this entire weekend, a lot of yellow hankies.
Well, that's one thing as a coach you don't like to see, but you do understand at the beginning of the year that those things are going to happen. That was really a very technical call. I think I didn't see him over the line. He must have been swinging his hands over the line or something, and that's cutting it a little close.
Greif on the fake, takes it up the middle inside the
Greif
45, down to the
on the
43-yard
keeper.
line, back downstairs to Mike McGivern.
Hey guys, listen to the defensive coaches from Marquette and the players. They think they're wearing Wisconsin Lutheran down, and they keep talking about, you know what, keep up the pressure, keep hitting them. By the third quarter, they think they're going to have them exactly where they want them, worn down and defeated. And they continue to talk about just hitting and being tougher than anybody in the state.
Third down.
That's football talk, I believe.
That's exactly what that is.
And but they do have a point. Marquette does have them a little bit outmanned. They have fewer people going both ways.
That is
Wisconsin
the end of the
Lutheran
first
has more
quarter
players going
with the
both ways this year than they
score,
normally do.
Marquette
But
13,
they're very well
Wisconsin
conditioned, and I don't think this
Lutheran
game's over.
0.
Quarter number 1 in the books here in Wauwatosa. Marquette leads Wisconsin Lutheran 13-0.
Everybody on your
Second
feet, make
quarter
some
coming
noise
your
as
way
we do
right after
another
this.
Thursday Night Lights T-shirt toss. CW18 is TV to talk about. Monday, September.
Wauwatosa. Thursday Night Lights presented by Wendy's on My 24. Kirk Denoyer and his coaching staff looking for something positive here on defensively on third down. Marquette 2 for 2 on third down conversions so far tonight.
Well, Coach Neuer has been head coach there for 17 years. He's won 80% of his games. He's one of the really outstanding coaches in the state of Wisconsin.
And there's your
Greif
play you
on
were
the
looking for.
keeper.
Ken Reed
Stop
coming
for
in
a
to
loss
stop Greif for a
by
loss back at the 47 yard
42,
line, and the
Andrew
Hilltopper punting unit
Flegel.
coming onto the field. So big play on third down by the Viking defense.
Well, I'm surprised that hasn't happened a little sooner, but that's the Ken Reed I expected to see tonight.
Back to punt.
Marquette might have went to the well one time too many on that play, too.
Krieger in to punt. You get a look at Coach Maz for Marquette. And get a nice spiraling kick. Andy Denoyer will take across his own 10. Far sideline has a hole. Out across the 30. Can they catch him? One man to beat on the sideline. Denoyer takes it, taken down at the 30-yard line. Nice return by Denoyer. Again, it was Viseth on the special teams able to make the open field tackle.
Denoyer
Well, it was an
on
excellent
return.
kick. They had him pinned in the corner, and I think they overran the play.
Brought down by number
And
11.
you see all the players, they overran the kick a little bit, and he found himself a lane, and he's down the sideline.
Viseth, the last man back to
Right.
save the touchdown. Nice return for
29-yard
Denoyer.
line
Vikings in
of
business at the
Marquette.
Hilltopper
First
29-yard
down.
line.
That negates all that
Lutheran.
hard work to get field position right there.
One of your keys to the game here tonight.
Exactly.
Play field position and keep
Right.
the Vikings
Well, they
back
did.
up.
They did play field position. They just didn't cover the kick the way they expected to.
Now Evans in under center. Double back, double receiver here to the near
There's
side.
a
And
cutback
Bell,
right there that they were
or
talking
Webb,
about.
I should say, on the carry. Stopped
Ball
right at the
carrier
line of scrimmage
number
and driven
5,
back.
Jordan Webb.
Fitzgibbons, the
Stopped
senior
by
linebacker
number
there to make the
4,
stop
Jack
for
Fitzgibbons.
the Hilltoppers.
Well, that's what Mike McGivern was just talking about, that Coach Denoyer wanted his backs to cut back, which he did, and he rightfully so, but the Marquette linebacker was
Gain
able
of
to
1
stop the
on
play.
the play. Second
Great
and
linebacking
9.
core by the Hilltoppers,
Right.
led by Connor Cannon and
We haven't even
Wyatt
called his
Viseth.
name
Haven't-
tonight.
No, we have not. Wisconsin
Everybody
Lutheran
else-
has done a nice job there.
Everybody else is getting the job done.
Webb again trying the middle and stopped for no gain. Nice job again by the interior line. Again,
Number
Cannon
5,
and Fitzgibbons
Jordan
both there
Webb.
that time.
All right, yeah, that was just
Brought
the way the
down by
defensive.
number 99,
coaches draw it up there.
John Horter.
So now we're, let's see, inside the 30, so it's really 4 down area. They can maybe try to run it twice and get that first down, or maybe go to the pass here. I think I would expect them maybe to go back to the pass.
Third and about 7 here. Ball on the 28-yard line. Split backfield of Webb and Heisey. And they'll run down the right side. Protection breaks down, and down goes Evans. Good defensive stand here by the Hilltoppers on this drive. And again, it was John Horter and Spencer Felkner there
Evans
defensively.
Brought down by
Well,
number
we've called Spencer
62,
Felkner's name tonight
Greg
several times, and that's a young man who has really worked hard to get where he is, and he's playing very, very well.
Ball is at the Marquette 26-yard
So
line.
fourth and long,
down.
and again in that kind of that gray area, a little too
Exactly.
far for a field goal, a little too close for a punt. Now, might look for a hard count here by Evans, the quarterback, maybe try and draw Marquette
That
offside.
would be a good call. That would be a very good call.
Twins left, twins right.
Even an
from
interception
shotgun.
would be as good as a punt. So
Over the middle, caught. First
Nice
down
throw.
and more. Nice toss by Evans.
Andy Denoyer.
Able to get it to Denoyer. The senior 5'11", 164
Evans
with the reception.
pass complete
Cody
to
Yeager
number
on the
12,
stop, but a first
Andrew
down
Denoyer.
and a fourth down conversion by the Vikings.
Well, that was an excellent throw. It's a
Ball's
very
at
high
the
percentage
Marquette
pass,
13
right over the
yard
middle to
line.
their number one
First
receiver,
down,
and
Wisconsin
that's what you do when you're
Lutheran.
in a tough place. You go to the guys that can make plays.
Ball spotted at the 13-yard line. Deepest penetration tonight for the Viking offense. They trail 13-0. 9 minutes to go here in our first half from Hart Park in Wauwatosa. And this time coming around on the end around. This is Bell around the right side. And again, Cody Yeager, the free safety right there to string it out and stop him for a short gain.
Yeah, I think Connor Cannon is in on as well, but Adia Bell is he's a very natural run. He's much bigger than the other two backs. He's 190 pounds. And
no
kept
gain
covered
on the
well.
play.
Ball's
So
at the
mark it
Marquette
right at the line of
13-yard
scrimmage
line.
near hash mark. So good stop that time again. Good job by the Hilltoppers stringing that play out. This time Evans will work in under center. And play action to Heisey.
Trouble.
Now protection breaks down and down goes Evans at the 15-yard line. Tried to work off the play action that
Right.
time to Heisey, but the defense not fooled.
Feltner.
As
Evans
Feltner again was
brought
right there
down
up the
by
middle
number
for the
62.
Hilltoppers.
Yeah, he did a good job of
Greg
coming off the block
Dober.
of Eric Marshall. That's Wisconsin Lutheran center. He did a good job of fighting off the block, and then the quarterback ran right into the tackle.
So 3rd and 12.
Well, another tough play. Down deep, the defense doesn't have as much field to cover, so it's a little bit harder to make these plays, but we'll see what they do.
3rd and long. Here they come. They set up the screen over the
call.
middle, complete to Heisey, but Heisey tripped up and brought down
Evans
short of the
pass
10-yard line.
complete to number
Good job on the
28,
open field that
Justin
time.
Heisey.
Matt Kolb.
Kolb that time
Number
able to
9,
bring him
yeah.
down, yes.
Stop
Good
by
open
number
field tackle by
9,
Matt.
Cole.
Senior 6'1", 177. As we take a look at this
Right.
one again, they had the screen set up, and Kolb right there, able to get the initial stop on Heisey that time.
He
So
and,
4th and 9, and a timeout will be taken here by the Vikings.
Wisconsin.
John
want
Horter
to-
was in on that too. Okay, go ahead.
Want to remind you that Thursday Night Lights is available streaming live online. Log on to my24milwaukee.com and click on the TNL link. You can also find our complete game schedule, watch archive videos of our games, and even post your own photos. That's my24milwaukee.com.
Now, I think that was a really good call by Wisconsin Lutheran. Even though it wasn't successful enough to get a first down, it was the right play to call there because it's a high percentage play. What you're hoping is to get your back out in the open field on somebody who's not quite as agile as he is. In this case, Marquette was able to deal with it. That was, I thought, a very good call.
Down to the sideline to Mike McGivern.
Hey guys, we're with Rebecca Monzingo, the marketing manager, marketing director for Boucher Automotive. Thank you so much for getting involved again this year.
Absolutely. We're excited to be back.
Tell us a little bit about what's going on at Boucher. How are sales? Everything's going well?
Sales are doing wonderful this year. All of our manufacturers are up. Sales are up year over year. Every month we're exceeding. It's a good time.
Frankie Boucher's feeling pretty good about it.
Yeah, there's a lot of smile.
Good. How many locations do you have?
We have 16 locations, 16 new car brands, and about 5,000 total in inventory.
Man, good for you. Thank you so much for being involved in Thursday Night Lights. Again, really appreciate it. It's good to see you.
You too?
Back to you guys.
7 minutes to go here in this first half, and a critical fourth down here for the Vikings. They trail 13-0. What do you think's going through the mind of Kirk Denoyer?
Well, I don't know. I watched him kick in practice on Wednesday, and Van Grinsven is a very good kicker. I think he could make one from here, but evidently they think their chances are better to get a score, and they got a guy wide open, and they're right.
Touchdown Vikings on the fade to the back of the end zone. Making the reception, Andy
Evans
Denoyer
pass
beating
complete
Donald
to
out
number
there in the flat.
12, Andrew
And it's a
Denoyer,
13-6
good
ball
for the
game. What do we know?
score.
That's right. That's why he's down there, and that's why I'm up here.
Beautiful
that was
toss
a great
by
throw.
Evans.
That was a great throw. He had position. He got outside position, and Donald went for the inside fake and got caught. And that's a pass that everybody runs down on the goal line. Throw it to the corner.
Van Grinsven for the extra point. Evans on the hold. Good snap. The kick is low and blocked. No good. 13-6 your score. An 8-play, 29-yard drive with the touchdown pass from Evans to Andy DeNoyer.
Well, this is the mark, I think, of two good football teams. They're down 13-0. They don't flinch. They put together a good drive, make some big plays, end up in the end zone with a really well-thrown ball, and now we have a ball game again.
Again, a beautiful toss that time by Evans. Led his receiver nicely, and again, when you're a defensive back, you got to trust your instincts. Don't peek inside, and that's exactly what happened there. Took a peek inside, lost the focus, and the receiver got him beat to the outside.
And I'm sure that Marquette will be talking to him about that. I'm sure he's been told that the corner is vulnerable. It's one of those plays where you throw it where either your receiver gets it or nobody gets it, so it's a very high percentage play.
Once again, down to the sideline, and Mike McGivern.
Hey guys, listening to Coach DeNoyer on the Wisconsin Lutheran side, talking to their big boys up front, really having some problems with recognition as far as assignments. Who's got who? Marquette's doing some things up front that they're not used to seeing, and they're having trouble finding out who's got who on the line. They're trying to fix that as we speak.
Well,
Mike, thank you very much.
I saw both teams practice this week, and I know Marquette did have a few things that they hadn't done, and Kirk DeNoyer, and just talking to him after practice, was concerned about his inexperienced lineman being able to pick up stunts.
What a hit as Yeager collided with Ken Reed across the 25-yard line and got knocked back into the Harmony River that time.
That's two guys that really like to play the game the way it's supposed to be played. Knocked his helmet right off.
The Boucher big hit collision. If you've been in a collision, you can count on Boucher Automotive with body shops all over southeastern Wisconsin to fix whatever is dented or broken on your car. You're going to need a helmet fix there.
Well, I like Yeager. He got up with a smile on his face and walked off the field and said, hey, that's the way the game's played.
Greif tonight, 4 of 5, 103 yards and a touchdown this evening. Our leaderboard brought to you by Wisconsin Lutheran College, academic excellence, Christian leadership. From the shotgun, Greif going over the middle, looking for a man, overthrew him, incomplete, as there was hand-to-hand combat across the middle of the field between the intended receiver,
intended for Matt Mishevich,
Danny Meyer, and Matt Mishevich going battle step for step that time.
Well, Meyer's another experienced defensive back. He started for him last year. He plays free safety, and he was matched up man-to-man there. I think the ball maybe if it was thrown a little bit sooner, he would have had more room to work with it.
2nd and 10. Midway through our second quarter, a 13-6 ball game. Wisconsin Lutheran converting a 4th down to get the touchdown here to get back in the ball game.
That's McLean, I believe.
McLean on the carry, out across the 30, maybe the 31-yard line. Short gain that time.
McLean on
Ken
the
Reed,
carry.
once again, the
Stopped
defensive tackle on the stop.
Aaron Frey.
Well, Reed is living up to his billing. Kirk DeNoyer, as I said earlier, thinks that he and the Diabell are two of the best athletes in the state of Wisconsin. I think he's right.
30-yard line.
They're certainly showing that so far in this game.
Reed, an all-conference player in the Wisconsin Little 10 last year. Strongest, fastest athlete on the field.
He's also a wrestler, and wrestlers are usually very good tacklers.
A 3rd and long here for Marquette, and another penalty marker from the back judge. This will be a delay of game.
Too much time. Yeah.
Yep.
Head ball foul.
So a penalty-filled first half as well here tonight, as to be expected. I think on your first night, a lot of things taking place, live action for the most part, with somebody else other than your teammate or your locker mate.
About the only good news in that is that they've all been 5-yard penalties, I think, so you can recover from them.
Well, makes it a 3rd and 12 now for the Hilltoppers. Ball at their own 25-yard line. Twins left, Twins right. Single man in the backfield, Greif out of shotgun. Protection breaks down, penalty marker down, and Greif goes down. Sacked on the play, back near the 12-yard line.
Yes, number 61.
By number 48.
Zach Ginster.
Also, Ken Reed was in there too, and Zach Ginster as well. That's their two best defensive linemen. And
holding against Marquette.
Well, it was Ginster who got in there, but I think it was Reed who was held on that play. He was set to get in there as well.
His shirt was torn and his shoulder pads were out of whack, so somebody had a good hold of him.
Penalty is declined.
So they'll decline the penalty. They'll take the sack back near the 12-yard line. So 4th down, and Marquette will have to punt out of their own end zone.
Yeah, they're going to be giving up some field position here now, and it's exactly what gets you in trouble when you play Wisconsin Lutheran. That's how they like to play, on a short field.
Yas back to kick for Marquette.
Denoyer standing deep, good snap. And this will be a short end-over-end kick. The Vikings will get away from it. Takes a hill-topper bounce across midfield. It'll roll dead inside the 44-yard line.
So now they got an extra 15 yards on the bounce.
Yas's kick.
So the Vikings will have it first and 10 at their own 44-yard line when we come back. 13-6, Marquette on top of Wisconsin Lutheran. Our Friday night edition of Thursday Night Lights presented by Wendy's on My 24.
Everybody.
Our Thursday night Real Fan Cam presented to you every week by Wendy's. Wendy's, you know when it's real.
You know, one thing I'm really happy to see, such an early season game, is a nice crowd here tonight. Of course, both these teams have good followings, and again, it's a 12-year rivalry, so I guess maybe you shouldn't be surprised, but they haven't been in school. They're not going to be in school for another 8-10 days. So.
Something you and I talked about as we walked in here tonight, about what kind of crowd we would see here this evening.
I think the good weather helps it out,
and good football.
And good football. People like to come out and watch a good high school game for $3 or $4. It's pretty good entertainment.
And a couple of teams ranked in the area and went deep in the playoffs last year, each going into the third round, with Marquette advancing to the semifinals a year ago. First and 10 Vikings, and we got movement up front.
It's going to be 5 on Marquette. They stepped over.
Flag on the play, dead ball foul.
See, that's exactly what Marquette didn't want to do, because now they got 1st and 5 at midfield.
Kevin Osborne, our referee here tonight, getting a workout.
Wisconsin Lutheran.
Actually going to be a false start here on
they drew him off. Okay.
Get a look at the Marquette coaching staff. Coach Maz with the white visor there.
Brian Bellardi is the defensive back coach, is clapping his hands there to the right of Maz. There's Kirk Denoyer there talking to his quarterback. Kirk calls the plays. He's the offensive coordinator.
Back downstairs to Mike McGivern.
Guys, listen to the offensive line coach at Marquette talking to the linemen. He said, look, you guys got to quit napping. They caught us twice napping. Knock it off. Know your assignments and take care of your assignments. Getting into those line boys a little bit right now.
Play action option. The pitch back goes to Heisey down the far sideline. Gets the first down. Pulled down from behind. Cody Yeager may have saved 6 there.
Well, that's that play that you have to practice all week long, just in case they actually run it. But the threat of running it is the thing that really hurts the defense, because in an option offense you have to account for all the options. And if you don't, that's what happens right there. Marquette had it accounted for, but they got outflanked a little bit and ended up with a good gain, although it looks like it's going to come back for a penalty.
All for naught, as it'll be a holding call here on the Vikings. Justin Heisey, their leading or returning running back from a season ago, 1,137 yards and 20 touchdowns last season for the
penalty
Vikings.
Is called for holding.
Almost 6 yards per carry.
Right. And he's not that big. What is he? He's 5'7", 175, but he is solid as a rock.
Low center of gravity. Those guys are tough to bring down.
And their runners are always very good inside runners. They get in those cracks and push the pile.
1st and 25, and back to Webb. Here gets the carry, and he is stopped for a loss back at the 29-yard line. Once again, Mike McGivern.
Hey, guys, on the other sideline, listen to the coach from Wisconsin Lutheran. Extremely happy with the adjustments their kids have made and how they've responded, talking quite a bit about their character and taking care of business here tonight. So the coaching staff on the other side, really happy.
Well, on that last play, Connor Sheehy made a very nice play. He got a hold of that running back just as he was heading for the sideline and really stifled that play.
No gain, 2nd and 25. Evans from shotgun. Option. We'll run the draw up across the 30, out to the 31-yard line. Read well defensively. Wyatt Vincent on the linebacking core for the Hilltoppers, able to bring him down.
11. Wyatt Viseth.
Say all the talk about Connor Cannon, you cannot forget about Wyatt Viseth, the 6-foot linebacker. 73 tackles last year, 8 tackles for losses.
Right. Yeah, he's a very good player. You know, my last year coaching at Marquette, these two, Cody and Wyatt, were sophomores. We used to call them the Cowboys. You know, it sounds like you're in Texas.
Well, he hog-tied the quarterback there for no gain.
You got it.
3rd and 25 once again from shotgun. Evans wants to swing it out, and it's incomplete. Looking for Denoyer that time on the far side, right through his hands.
Pass intended for number 12.
John Mayer
Denoyer
out there on the coverage
incomplete.
for the Hilltoppers.
Yeah, they had that well covered, and I think Andy Denoyer felt that way about it, but the ball is a little bit out of reach.
So
that's huge for Marquette. They need to get the ball back
Marquette,
and give the defense a chance to rest here.
Cody Yeager.
So 4th down, and the Vikings will punt. Yeager standing at his own 35-yard line. We'll see a lot of Yeager this season, offensively, defensively at that free safety position. He'll also play special teams.
Oh, no.
Movement,
Marquette
line drive.
might have jumped off, but I guess they didn't.
Ball will hit dead at the 30 and roll dead right there at the Marquette 30-yard line. Just over 4 minutes to play, 13-6, Marquette on top. CW18 is TV to talk about. Starting this fall, the dating world gets a little less scary and a lot more funny with Excused, the new reality dating show with a hilarious twist. Excused at 4 and 4:30, 5 days a week, starting September 12th on Milwaukee's CW18. Back downstairs, Mike McGivern, what you got?
Just got to tell you a little bit about Left's outdoor patio and the food they've got over there. I don't know if you guys had a chance to eat it before, but, man, it's awfully good. Just want to thank Left's Lucky Town for the food they brought over.
You betcha. I ran a 4.5 to get there.
Yeah, that's right.
My 4.5 speed pays off once again.
Fortunately, it was downhill.
That's right. Greif on the run, and he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
On the keeper.
A little bit of a draw play that time over the right side. Dimitri Lewis there defensively for the Vikings on the stop for no gain.
Number 4, Dimitri Lewis.
I think Marquette would like to establish their offense again. They got the touchdowns the first 2 times they had the ball, but since then it's been a little bit sputter here and stuff like that. They need to see if they can get something going here and use up the last 3 minutes.
So 2nd down and 10. Again, Greif from shotgun. McLean in the backfield to his right, and once again a flag flies, delay of game. Well, that'll give us a chance to remind you to listen to the Wendy's Varsity Blitz scoreboard show Friday nights at 7 on Sports Radio 1250 WSSP. Get updates and scores from all the area high school football games. That's the Varsity Blitz on 1250 WSSP. Coach Maz not happy at all with these 9 penalties tonight.
Physical mistakes you can understand. Mental mistakes, those are the killers.
They walk up, show blitz. Greif with time, going over the middle, and it's incomplete. Trying to catch that vacated area by the linebacker that time, looking for Krieger.
14, Krieger.
He had him there, but it just wasn't quite thrown in the right spot.
Saw the linebackers walk up to the line of scrimmage, and Greif with a good decision there. That's where you want to throw the ball, right in that space.
Where they vacated, right.
So 3rd and long now for the Hilltoppers. 3rd and about 15. All spotted at their own 25-yard line. Greif again from shotgun, trips to the right side. Now fakes, now comes back over the middle. Ball is caught.
Nice catch.
Nice catch out there that time. That was Ash, Alex Ash, the other fine receiver. Ash, the 6'1", 165-pound receiver. Connor Treptow, the outside linebacker, there to bring him down.
Well, Alex started all last year as well. He had 16 catches for over 200 yards, so he's an experienced receiver as well.
4th down, and the Hilltoppers will be forced to punt. Krieger to kick this one away. Twin safeties back deep. Looks like it's Heisey and Denoyer back there.
Right.
Again, a short end-over-end punt. Vikings will vacate it, and it goes out of bounds right at the midfield stripe. So just a 19-yard punt here for Krieger. And again, the Vikings given good field position here with 2:28 to play in the half, trailing by 7.
Yeah, enough time to score. I think they have at least 2 timeouts left. They might have used one of their timeouts. They get a first down, then they're in the 4-down territory. And
Wisconsin Lutheran.
Be interesting to see if Marquette comes after them a little bit with some stunts. tried to disrupt the offense.
It's our First Bank Financial Center first down, our sponsor again this year on Thursday Night Lights. First Financial Banking Center, discover the community bank difference. 1st and 10, Vikings at midfield.
Pass.
Play action. Evans wants to throw the screen here near side. Caught. Nice catch on a low toss that time. Heisey with the beautiful catch, and Viseth right there to wrap him up.
Yeah, that was well executed, well covered. That was two players doing their job, and the result, a couple of yard gain.
Heisey with a beautiful job to pick that one off his shoe tops, just to make something out of that play. Under 2 minutes to go here in the half. Vikings with 2 timeouts remaining should they need them. And it'll be Evans trying to run the option, pitches it back to Heisey late, makes the reception, and he is brought down at the 44-yard line. I believe it was Faulkner out there defensively to finally bring him down for a short gain.
Well, Marquette did a good job of disrupting that play, but they were able to get it to the pitch. And I think Viseth came up and he was able to sidestep him before Faulkner came down the line. Spencer Faulkner is lined up over the ball, over the center, so that's good pursuit on his part.
Critical third down here late in this first half. 3rd and 6 for the Vikings.
Right.
Little play action, again over the middle, caught. McShane with the reception inside the 40, down to the 36-yard line, and a first down. Gain of 10, John Mayer with the tackle.
That's a good dive fake to the halfback, and that freezes the linebackers, and the tight end goes right in behind him in that vacated spot. It's a good throw. That's an excellent call. Now they're into their spread offense.
Coming back near side through the hands of the intended receiver, incomplete. McShane had it but could not corral it.
Yeah. Tried to grab it rather than catch it, and it got away from him. Fairly well covered by Ryan Donald. Donald seems like he's limping a little bit. I don't know if he's hurt or not. I guess not.
Donald, the 6'4" senior cornerback, 40 tackles last year, 8 pass breakups as a starter a year ago. Right. You'll see him on the hardwood again this fall. Basketball player.
That's true. There are a lot of basketball players on the football team. We have a lot of Marquette players, and same for Wisconsin Lutheran. There are multiple sport athletes making the best of their high school careers.
From the Hilltopper 36, 2nd and 10. Time to throw. Evans gets it out complete to Denoyer. Right. Short gain, though, down to the 32-yard line, and a timeout will be taken here by the Vikings, their second. Once again, John Mayer with the tackle.
Yeah, they'll throw out to the flat, and that's Mayer is the outside linebacker, and that's his zone, and he was there. In this situation, you can give up a 2 or 3 yard gain. That's not going to kill you. It's those the long ones that really make a difference at this point in time. We got 57 seconds. They have third down, about 7 yards to go. They have 1 timeout left, so they have enough time and timeouts. Their problem is they're a little short on down, so they got to make something happen here.
Well, Marquette got off to the quick 13-0 lead, scoring on the very first play from scrimmage, an 81-yard touchdown pass from Greif to Mashevitz.
Well,
they added to that lead to bump it out to 13-0, and I don't know, maybe a little relaxation setting in there on the part of the offense, but since that time they had really struggled.
Well, part of the things that happened is as the game goes on, each team adjusts to the other team. They haven't had a chance to scout them very well, although both teams know each other very well from past history. But as you adjust to the game, and I think Wisconsin Lutheran has to be feeling pretty good about themselves because they have adjusted and they have not scored since the second time they had the ball.
Another critical third down. Vikings 2 for 7 on third downs this evening.
Well, this is a big one.
From the near hash at the 32 of the Hilltoppers. Evans will pitch it back, run the option, pitch back that time. And trying to get the corner, may get the first down. Is on the carry, London Townsend. 5'11", 159 pound running back that time. His first carry tonight. And he gets 11 yards and a first down. Again, Mayer there on the stop.
That's called a lead option. The quarterback takes the ball and he runs at the defensive end. When the defensive end commits to tackling him, he pitches it to the back, and there he goes.
They'll clock the football here with 45 seconds to play.
Wisconsin Lutheran stops the clock.
About the only good news on that for Marquette is that they made the first down by just a short yardage. It wasn't. They still have 25 yards to go, and time is of the essence now. And I believe, did they use a timeout here? Wisconsin Lutheran use a timeout? Then they must be out of timeouts.
You see Kirk Denoyer, the head coach, talking with his quarterback, Zach Evans, the 6-foot junior. Evans, a fine scholar athlete, 3.7 GPA.
Right.
Second down and 10, 45 seconds to go here in the half. Evans with time, steps up, fires, looking for McShane, broken up nicely, incomplete.
Evans pass intended for
Olden
number
Bawali that
88,
time, Dari
McShane.
able to come up with the big play.
Broken
Well,
up by
beautiful
number 23,
leaping breakup that time, and that
Dari
pass intended for McShane.
Well, when the ball was thrown, Dari was in trouble, but he was able to close on the ball. As you can see right there, he gets his hand up and makes a very nice play.
That right hand just at the last second able to break that one up. Stops the clock. 39 seconds to go. Ball on the Hilltopper 24-yard line, 3rd and 10 for the Vikings. Denoyer in motion here to the near side. They'll swing it out through his hands, incomplete.
Pass
Intended for Denoyer here on the near side, and he had some green running space if he made that reception.
I think Andy Denoyer would tell you that he probably should have caught that. And he plays a lot of downs. He's playing offense and defense. He might be a little bit tired. His dad told me during the week that he's the hardest worker on their team. And even we had a nice discussion after practice. He said, I've been trying to get him to back off a little bit and give himself a chance to rest, but he just wants to work 100% all the time.
13 receptions a year ago, including a touchdown, averaged nearly 17 yards a reception a year ago. 4th down. Evans going back over the middle. Pass is caught by Denoyer near the first down stick, near the 15-yard line.
Evans
It's the same pass they used earlier in the half to get a first down.
John Mayer, the outside linebacker, there to make the stop. And they're going to eye this up. They may bring the sticks in from the far side. Let's see.
It's close.
They needed to get just across the 15-yard line. That's where the ball is resting, so they will bring the sticks in for a measurement here.
Probably an inch either way. It looks from here. We don't have a real good angle, but the ball appears to be over the line.
Stretch it out, and it was short, and Marquette will take over on down. My goodness. You can see just how short that is.
Well, the game of inches, as they say, and this was true in that play.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mayer got just enough on the stop to prevent the first down. Marquette will take over on downs here. And just short of their own 15-yard line with 30 seconds to go in the half.
It'll be interesting to see if Marquette just takes a knee or if they're going to try to do something.
Rifle work in under center.
It's not a take a knee to formation. Oh, but they're going to. Okay.
They're going to take the knee. They'll gladly take the 7-point lead into the locker room here at the half. An exciting first half here at Hart Park in Wauwatosa.
Well, I think what we've learned is that we have two teams that are pretty evenly matched, and it could come down to the last team with the ball wins the game.
Marquette content to let the clock run out here in this first half to take the 7-point lead into the locker room. 13-6 Marquette. In a exciting first half, we had a 81-yard touchdown reception. We had a nice punt return for Wisconsin Lutheran tonight. They were able to convert on 4th down, get a touchdown converting on a 4th down, and both teams
had a lot of
playing
good plays
tough
on
here.
defense. Yeah, a lot of good plays on defense.
Both
teams are very well coached, very well prepared for this
coming
game.
out to join us tonight. Stop
And
by
I
the
think
fan
they've accounted
zone
for
by the
themselves
concession
very well.
stands to say hi and pick up some great
So a
keepsakes.
13-6 lead here for the Marquette Hilltoppers, and Mike McGivern has Coach Maz on the sideline.
Coach Maz from Marquette, it's like a heavyweight fight. You hit them twice, they responded. You knew they weren't going away, but that's a good way to start a game.
Absolutely, it's a lot of fun. The reason we play them the first game out of the year is we find out what we're made out of. So far, I like a little bit of what we got going. We knew after 2 scores they weren't going to go away. They're a tough team. They're mentally tough. They're well coached. our guys got to continue to respond and stay focused, and I think we'll be okay, but we got to keep playing because they're not going home.
Hey, real quick, when did you figure out you're going to throw that past the first play? A couple days ago?
I don't know if I want to answer that. Yeah, Matty's a good receiver, and we got a great quarterback, and that was a nice connection, and we got to see if we can connect that a couple more times.
It's a great way to start our season on Thursday Night Lights. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you. Back
up to the booth.
Mike, thank you very much. 13-6, as he alluded to, that 81-yard touchdown pass to open up the ball game, and Hilltoppers and Vikings toe-to-toe here through one half of play. 13-6, Marquette on top of Wisconsin Lutheran. We'll take a break. This is Thursday Night Lights, presented by Wendy's on My 24. Of students tonight, the Boucher Automotive Group is proud to bring you tonight's presentation of our Scholar Athlete of the Week. Mark Spellman from Marquette University High School. Mark has a 3.47 GPA, was a first-team football all-conference selection in 2010. He has participated in football, track, powerlifting, and basketball. Mark is a 2-year captain in football and enjoys music and coaching youth basketball. And Rebecca Monzingo, marketing manager of Boucher Automotive, presenting our award also to Emma Colander from Wisconsin Lutheran High School. Emma has a 4.0 GPA and is ranked first in her class. She is a member of student council, participates in volleyball and track and field, and is active in her church as a youth group leader and vacation Bible school teacher. Emma is also active in choir and school musicals. Tonight's Scholar athletes will be in the running to receive a $5,000 scholarship courtesy of the Boucher Automotive Group. One of our weekly Scholar athletes will be chosen to receive that award at the end of the season. Once again, we go downstairs to Mike McGivern.
Oh, he's not there.
Yep. We'll wait just a few minutes. Mike not quite ready for us, but just some initial reaction to the first half here tonight, Dick.
Well, I think it's a good football game. I think both teams are accounting for themselves very well. I think the penalties, there have been several penalties, but they're kind of nitpicky penalties. We're not the 15-yard or they're blatant stuff like that. It's just those things that can happen early in the year. I know both teams scrimmaged last weekend, and they had a lot of rain in those scrimmages. They didn't get as many plays in maybe as they wanted to, so they could be a little bit behind. I'm not trying to make excuses, but it's the first game of the year. I mean, I'm sure the Packers and the Cardinals are making some mistakes tonight too.
That first play from scrimmage, the big pass play, as a former coach, is that something you think about right away going into the season that you've worked on for the first 2 weeks?
Yeah, that is something, if you see it, a lot of times in the first play of the game, both teams are hyped up and they're not really quite focused on everything that they should be because it's the excitement of the game. And this was a play that I'm sure that they saw could be good against man-to-man coverage. They got what they wanted. It was perfectly thrown in this situation. What can you say? It was 81 yards, but they haven't been able to do it since then. So you got to give Lutheran credit there.
Our third member of our crew, Mike McGivern, down on the sideline.
Guys, thanks a lot. I'm here with Sharon Mitchell, district manager for Wendy's. She doesn't just do a store, she's the district manager. 25 years with Wendy's. Thank you so much for getting involved in Thursday Night Lights.
Oh, I am so proud to be here tonight to see high school students on the field making a difference.
Hey, tell me what's new. You got something in August going on at Wendy's.
It is cheesy month in August. I have cheesy fries, cheesy burgers, each for 99 cents.
And when you're from Wisconsin, cheese is good. Now you're from Indiana, but you've become a cheesehead, right?
I am a #1 cheese fan here in Wisconsin all the time.
Hey, Sharon Mitchell with Wendy's. We've got our friends behind us. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys getting involved again in Thursday Night Lights.
This is what we do at Wendy's, support our young youth.
Beautiful. Back to you guys.
Great first half of action here tonight so far from Hart Park in Wauwatosa. Season opener of Thursday Night Lights. Marquette with a 7-point lead here at the half. Thursday Night Lights presented by Wendy's on My 24. Marquette by 7 here at the half in the season opener of Thursday Night Lights on My 24, presented by Wendy's. Dick Basham, John Weiser, and Mike McGivern back with you here at Hart Park in Wauwatosa. An exciting first half. Got off to a great start this evening from basically the first play of the game.
Yeah, it was a long pass from Greif to Matt Mishewitz, he's down the left sideline. He's a sub 50-second quarter miler on the track team, and it's going to take some speed to catch him.
Special teams also coming into focus. Denoyer with a nice return here.
Andy Denoyer is a 3-year starter, playing both offense and defense and returning kicks. Excellent job on that kickoff return. That's Webb, Jordan Webb. There you see McShane on a catch there. Former quarterback moved to tight end. There's a good play, I think, by Spencer Felkner, sacking the quarterback. He's had a really great first half. There's a key throw from Joe Greif to Campbell, or tight end Crawford, Bill Crawford, for a first down.
Greif showing some great poise at that quarterback position. And then you get the Yeager on the nice.
There's Yeager on the draw play for the first down. I know that was a 3rd and 13 play, I think it was. Play action pass. Throw into the flat to McLean. Gets him down to near the goal line, and then Greif on the zone read play fakes it to the fullback, keeps it, and able to stick it in the end zone for the second touchdown.
That made it 13-0. A missed extra point off that second touchdown, and then problems on that kickoff.
Here, Diabell mishandles it, and Wyatt Wieseth is right down there in his grill to stop the play. Here's Yeager on a punt return. Good play by Zach Ginster covering the punt. This is Greif again stepping up to throw, and he's sacked a. Look and see who that was.
It was Justin Wilson on the sack there,
yeah. On the defensive end.
And Denoyer again down that far sideline, yeah.
Right, this is a key play, I think, in the game for Wisconsin Lutheran. They got him out of a deep hole. They'd have been inside the 15-yard line had he not run it out. Big play for a first down there, I believe, back to Denoyer over the middle from Evans. The screen pass out in the flat. This is a good play by Marquette on defense. Heisey catches the screen pass, but I think that was John Horder made a good play out there with Wyatt Wieseth.
And then Denoyer's the touchdown reception there in the fade.
Excellent play. The play that everybody runs down by the goal line, and Ryan Donald went for the fake a little bit inside and gave him too much room on the outside. It's a perfectly thrown pass. There's a big hit on the ensuing kickoff. Ken Reed, who we talked about earlier in the game against Cody Yeager, who we also talked about, two guys that really like to hit it hard, and that's what happens when two guys match up that way. This is a pitch out to Heisey on an option. Big first down there, I believe.
And then Greif again trying to go over the middle.
That's to Alex Ash. And that's Evans out to Heisey again in the flat. And that's your first half highlights. Here's the stats right here. I think it's probably surprising to me anyway is the rushing yards for Wisconsin Lutheran. I don't believe it's 125. It's 25, and 23 is the yardage for rushing, if I'm not mistaken. Total yards for Marquette is 134 and 87 for Wisconsin Lutheran. Neither team has a turnover. That's really, I think, very important, and I think indication of how well coached the teams are. The first downs are Marquette with only 3 first downs, even though they scored 2 touchdowns the first 2 times they had the ball. I think they need to get something going here the second half on offense. Otherwise, it's going to be punt and hold on, and that's not a good way to play against Wisconsin Lutheran.
Our leaderboard tonight brought to you by Wisconsin Lutheran College, Academic Excellence, Christian Leadership. 13-6, Marquette on top of Wisconsin Lutheran through one half of play. The third quarter set to come your way. We'll have it for you right after this. This is Thursday Night Lights on My 24, presented by Wendy's. Marquette by 7 as we head downstairs. Mike McGivern with Coach Denoyer.
First half, man, you guys really, they hit you in the mouth and you guys responded really well.
Yeah, that's not the way we wanted to start the season, letting their best player get that open for a touchdown. But we settled in, and I think we're feeling more comfortable. I think it's going to be a battle all the way to the end.
Yeah, I agree. Coach, get to the sidelines. Thank you very much. Back up to the booth. Should be a great second half.
Mike, thank you very much. 13-6.
We agree.
Marquette on top.
Yeah, we agree. I think it will be a real good second half. Probably going to be might be decided by a mistake here or there. Just first game jitters, that type of thing. You never know. Greif's got 109 yards passing, got a touchdown. Yeager 23 yards rushing. Mashewitz, of course, had just one catch, but it was for 81 yards in a TD. I think that's probably says a lot for for Wisconsin Lutheran's defense. They have been able to stop him from being open, and if they continue to do that, then that's exactly what they need to do.
Leaderboard again brought to you by Wisconsin Lutheran College, academic excellence, Christian leadership. Second half set to begin. We'll have it for you right after this. This is Thursday Night Lights on My 24. Just about set for the second half here at Hart Park. Want to take this opportunity to thank the great folks at Milwaukee High Lift for helping bring these great pictures to you tonight. They have provided the scissor lift for our cameras tonight, so for any aerial platform need, rental, sales, or service, call the great folks at Milwaukee High Lift or visit them online at MilwaukeeHighlift.com. Lots going into our production, as always this evening and throughout the season here on Thursday Night Lights. Vikings will receive to start our second half. They trail by 7. Fairly even in the statistic category, but you and I both talking about that rushing total here in that first half.
Yeah, both offenses are a little anemic rushing. Wisconsin Lutheran has 23 yards. It's been a long time, I think, since they only had 23 yards rushing and a half. Marquette only has 25, so they can't really brag either.
Bell on a hop, out across the 20, near sideline, 30, still on his feet, 35, and gets it out to the 41-yard line. Nice return out there to the 41-yard line by Bell. Jack Fitzgibbons on special teams, the senior, inside linebacker by position, able to make the stop.
Marquette's not covering the kicks very well. They got people down there, but they're a little out of control. They need to break down, stay in their lanes, and make some tackles here. Giving up too much field position.
Wisconsin Lutheran, 41
Zach Evans at quarterback, throwing for 64 yards in that first half.
8 out of 14.
8 of 14, not too bad. And this time, dive over the middle.
Heisey.
Their leading returning rusher from a year ago, Heisey, with a nice 4-yard pickup that time out to the 45-yard line. Fitzgibbons and Felkner both there to make the stop defensively for the Hilltoppers.
Left side
up front for Marquette, Connor Sheehy, Spencer Felkner, and John Horter on the defensive line. Linebackers John Meyer, Wyatt Veseth, Connor Cannon, Jack Fitzgibbons, and Matt Kolb. And the secondary of Ryan Donald, Cody Yeager, and Dare.
There we go.
And dumped all the way back at the 42-yard line. Nice read defensively by Connor Sheehy. Able to get in there.
99, John Horter.
And John Horter also there on the stop.
Well, he did exactly what he's supposed to do. He just feathered that out. He had the quarterback, and he feathered it out. And the quarterback had no option. He had made the tackle.
The defense stepping up here for Marquette on this first drive of the second half. They lead by 7.
The first drive is always important because you're trying to reestablish yourself in the game after a halftime break.
Evans from shotgun. With time, nearly picked off, it is! Intercepted down the far sideline, and this will open up the front door, and into the house goes Ryan Donald. Touchdown Marquette.
Well, that's huge. You know, he's been on coverage out there all night. He's been out of position a couple times, but he sat on that, anticipated what was happening, and picked that throw off, and that's a huge play. Here you see it right here. There's a throw. He stepped right in front and didn't hesitate.
Going for Denoyer on that far side, and Ryan Donald picked him clean for 6.
And Wisconsin Lutheran is not a team that goes deep a lot on passes. They're more of a short, controlled passing game. I think Marquette knew that and was able to take advantage of it, and certainly a confidence boost for Ryan Donald.
Now they're short a lineman here for this extra point.
Oh, it's just Spellman. You know, it's only his 28th game. You'd think he'd know what to do, don't you think?
Yost to tack it on. It is on the way, and it is good. Big play on defense. Interception return for the touchdown, and just like the first half, the big first play on offense by Marquette, they do it defensively here in the second half.
Well, it's a great way to start. What can I say? I'm sure Wisconsin Lutheran would like to have it the other way, but those are the facts, and now they have some work to do. Marquette's defense has been fairly stout all night, and they have Wisconsin Lutheran has not been able to run the ball the way they normally do. They are a run football team. I don't care how good their quarterback is. They make their living by running the ball, and they just haven't been able to get that going yet.
Coach Maz on the sideline, also the defensive coordinator for his Marquette Hilltopper team.
He coaches the linebackers. He's coached them for the last 20-some years. So and he's got a nice crew this year. This is the senior-oriented team. I think Marquette has like 7 or 8 seniors on defense. They have 9 seniors on offense. When you have players like that, that really helps, especially in the first game where they have more experience.
Back for Wisconsin Lutheran.
So
Denoyer
now the Vikings
and Bell.
in a 2-touchdown hole right now early in this second half as Bell and Denoyer stand deep.
But they're both capable of taking it all the way, any kickoff. It's going to Denoyer this time.
He'll run up under it, makes the catch at the 15. Across the 20, stutter steps to the 25, breaks a tackle across the 30, out to the 32-yard line. Nice return by Denoyer, out to the 32. Will set up the Vikings there.
But again, is what I said before. They had, Marquette is there, but they're a little out of control. They need to break down so they can make the play.
Bobby Von Rieden. And
So a first
13,
down here for
Tom
Wisconsin
Enright.
Lutheran. Again, a first financial first down.
There you see Coach Maz sending in the
Ball's
signals.
just short of the Wisconsin Lutheran 33-yard line.
So let's see what the Vikings do here following the turnover and the interception return for the touchdown. Evans will dip in under center. And we'll again run that dive play right into the teeth of that defense once again. And
That's
Spencer
Horter.
Felkner and Horter both there.
Horter and Felkner are just playing sandwich right there.
Just holding office right there in the middle of that
Yeah,
defensive
exactly.
line. And we got a
That was-
face mask call, 5-yard penalty here against the Hilltoppers, though.
Penalty against Marquette. Face mask.
But boy, that interior of that Marquette defense so far tonight. Spencer Felkner, 6'1", 250. John Horter, 6'1", 238.
Right.
And a couple of two-sport athletes. Felkner on lacrosse
Ball's
and
at the
Horter in baseball.
Baseball player.
Lutheran 39-yard line.
6'1", 238. I don't think he's playing shortstop, do you?
So this will be a 1st and 5 situation here for the Vikings. Play action.
Now they're
Hit as
going
he's
deep.
thrown. Evans again going out that way. And once again, Ryan Donald in coverage,
Evans'
step for step
pass
with
is
Denoyer.
incomplete.
Well, I think he knew he wasn't going to jump the curl that time. They were going to try to go by him since he took advantage of the last one, and he played that really well.
Once again, we want to remind you that Thursday Night Lights is available streaming live online. Log on to my24milwaukee.com and click on the TNL link. You can also find our complete game schedule, watch archive videos of the games, and even post your own photos. That's my24milwaukee.com. 2nd and 5 here for
Still in the
Vikings.
situation, yeah.
And it'll be the quarterback, Evans, on a keep. Nice run across the 45. He'll get the first down.
Evans.
That was interesting. I think there was a mix-up in the backfield because Diaz Bell's acting like he should have got the ball, and nobody took it from the quarterback, so he decided to run.
99, John
Horter once again there on the stop defensively for
Ball's
the
now
Hilltoppers.
at the
But it will be enough for a first
47-yard
down.
line of
A
Wisconsin
First Bank
Lutheran.
Financial Center first
First
down
down.
for the Wisconsin Lutheran Vikings. Just underway, 3rd quarter. You missed it. The 45-yard interception return for a touchdown by Ryan Donald here. The first drive by the Vikings. Again, they'll try that inside play, and again, the Hilltoppers there to read it well. This time, Heisey brought down by Sheehy, and Heisey in some pain following that play, and he is shaken up.
Official.
Now Marquette was in a goal line defense there on that first down. They had 6 guys up, and I think he got twisted up on the tackle. It wasn't such a hard hit as he got twisted.
So the training staff out to take a look at Heisey, who was injured on that
Hopefully
last
he's
Jerry.
okay.
Player is number 28.
This is a chance to remind you that when a case goes unsolved, these guys take over. Don't miss the excitement of Cold Case, Tuesday nights at 7, starting October 4th, right here on My 24.
Well, I can see Coach Denoyer in the huddle there talking, and he's talking to his offensive lineman, and he's talking about assignments again. They're just not coming off the ball and getting to their assignments. Marquette is using a defensive front that I don't think that they're quite ready for because they haven't done it before. But right now it's being successful, and he's trying to make some adjustments on the fly. He's got his right tackle is a sophomore, Matt Zeitler. Now, Matt's brother, Kevin, was a great player for Wisconsin Lutheran. He's a great player for the Badgers, right? Wisconsin Badgers. He's an Outland Trophy candidate. But Kevin, the older brother, didn't play much as a sophomore. But Matt has been thrown in there as a sophomore, and he's got to play, and it's a tough learning curve for a sophomore.
Izzy up under his own power. That's good sign there. They were working on that.
I think he's okay.
Izzy, their leading ball carrier from a year ago.
Right, you can see his legs. He has been in the weight room. He's been pumping a lot of iron. He's only 5'7", but he really packs a wallop.
Let's go downstairs to Mike McGivern.
You guys, listen to the Marquette coaches. I think they saw something the first half and talked about it at halftime on jumping that pass that went back to the house on that interception. The one coach kept saying, look, I told you to keep looking for that, and there you got it. 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7, look to jump it again. So they think they're on something, and they may jump another one.
New ball carrier in there now. Swanson to get the right side. He is tripped up right at the line of scrimmage. Again, Hoare was ready to make the stop.
Number 99.
Now, both of these coaches are veterans at their job, and they both have sophisticated scouting systems. They watch a lot of videotape of the other team. They really know what each individual can do and can't do. Always looking for matchups that are in your favor. And that's kind of the chess game that goes on. It isn't always obvious to the average fan.
Line up Bell in a slot to the right side. Townsend, the lone man in the backfield. Evans from shotgun. Pressure on. Ball's deflected and it falls incomplete. Looking for Bell that time. He had a hand on it but could not bring it down.
Yeah, there was a lot of people down the line. Marquette was in a man-to-man coverage that time, anticipating a pass. And they had everybody really well covered. In that little dump in the middle, there was 2 or 3 linebackers there to take the play. So even if you had caught it, I don't think it would have been a significant gain.
Looked like it was Veseth in there who was on the pass breakup that time.
Yeah, Wyatt Veseth has had a very good game tonight.
So Wisconsin Lutheran forced to punt. Van Grimson in to do the kicking.
Yeager back deep again. Field position very important here.
One of your keys to the game tonight. Marquette trying to hang on to that field position. This will be a driving kick. It'll bounce its way into the end zone for the automatic touchback.
Well, that's a good play by Yeager.
Yeah, you're taught as a punt returner, you plant your heels somewhere inside that 20, around that 15-yard line. And if it goes over your head, don't bother to go for it.
Exactly. Especially, and you also train your punt returners to watch the spin of the ball. You can tell a lot of times by how the ball is spinning, the angle it's at, the way it's going to bounce. And I think he did a good job. It's a very good. Van Grimson is a very good punter, and both guys did their job.
Our first offensive look here at the Hilltoppers offensively tonight in this second. And a ride this time.
That might be Nashewitz.
Jordan Nashewitz.
Yep.
Nashewitz, the 11 senior on the carry. Did not get much there as a stout defense led by Andrew Flegel there to make the stop for Wisconsin Lutheran.
Actually, I could be wrong. I think that might have been Stanley Obiera.
It was Obiera. You were right. Okay.
Stanley is a very good athlete, excellent wide receiver.
And he's in there at running back again here. Obiera in the backfield, 3 receivers to the left here for Marquette on 2nd and 10. High snap. Greif has to haul it down and did a nice job there to see what could have been a disaster and turn that into a 2-yard gain. Dimitri Lewis there to bring him down, but able to gather in on a snap and still make something out of that. Good play by Greif. Needed all of his 6'1" frame to bring that one down. So 3rd and long for Marquette.
3rd and 9.
See if they look to Nashewitz now. They haven't even gone back to him since that first play. Now, Lutheran has been covering him very well with the safety, playing him man-to-man.
We'll walk DeNoyer out there to cover up Mashevitz.
And then their safety is doubling on over the top, so it's hard to get it to him.
Greif on the roll, steps up, delivers a slam grab by Mashevitz. First down at the. Oh, they're ruling incomplete. Wow, I thought he had cradled that ball nicely, and the official right there wiping it away. Andy DeNoyer in coverage that time.
I think they might have wanted to ask the umpire what he thinks.
Ooh, tough to tell if that hits the there. The receiver kind of covering up. Looked like he might have just. Maybe that's what he saw. Well, maybe that's what the umpire saw. So they rule incomplete. It'll be fourth down for Marquette.
Usually if another official saw it and maybe thought he might try to overrule it, but that official has to ask for help.
Yep, right there.
I think he might have bobbled it a little bit.
Yeah, he might have bobbled it there. The goalpost just in the way there, but
it didn't look clean, let's put it that way.
So Krieger will punt. This will be taken on the line drive by DeNoyer, and he'll stumble right near midfield. He was trying to get all those momentum on trying to make a running grab, but
DeNoyer on the catch.
The old turf god got a hold of his feet that time and brought him down.
As an old coach, what I don't like to see here from Marquette's standpoint is that they're Lutheran play on half the field, where Marquette's playing on 80 yards of the field, and that can be fatal. The good news for Marquette is that Wisconsin Lutheran hasn't taken advantage of it, and I think if they do, they'll get some momentum back in the game. There's
nice run
there.
Bell with a good strong run. Finished that run well. Picked up 11 and a first down. Cody Yeager, the free safety, last one to bring him down for Marquette, but not before a pickup of 11 and a first down for Wisconsin Lutheran.
Well, that's what I saw him doing in practice on Wednesday. A straight dive play. I think the left side of Lutheran's line is the more experienced line, with Reed and Schrank in there, and that's where they'll be gaining more of their yardage.
Play action as Evans in trouble. Down he goes. Connor Cannon. Heard a lot of talk leading up to this season about Cannon and his play, and there he gets his first sack of the season.
Well, Connor Cannon's very effective coming off the edge. He did a little bit of that last year, but they moved him to the outside edge. He's a 4.6 40 guy. He can run. He's got strength and he's quickness. There he is right there. He runs right by Bell block and makes the play.
4 sacks a season ago for Connor Cannon to go with 45 tackles. Honorable mention all Greater Metro Conference a year ago for the Hilltoppers. Second down and 19. 5.5 minutes to go, third quarter. Marquette on top. Vikings out of shotgun. Evans. Twins left, twins right. Bell the lone man. Bell will get the call. Bell across the 45, spins his way. Or Townsend, I should say. Lost the ball, they'll rule him down. Townsend with the carry down to the 40-yard line. It was Cody Yeager forcing a near fumble that time for Marquette.
Well, Cody Yeager is making too many tackles. Right? Now, I say that from the standpoint of a coach again. When your safety is making a lot of tackles, that's not good. From Marquette's standpoint, it's good that he is. But
so 3rd and 9 here for the Vikings at the Hilltopper 40-yard line. Big third down here. They need to get some momentum going. DeNoyer in motion to the far side. Fake the swing pass. Deliver the balls. Evans somehow got that out of pressured by Cannon once again.
That was a little ill-advised, I'd say. Maybe showed his inexperience there because then he double clutched it and threw it again. He's lucky it didn't get intercepted.
Once again, Connor Cannon.
I think because Mark really hasn't shown that they have any offense since the second time they had the ball. So, field position, I think, for them is not that important right now. They can afford to take.
So 4th and long. Vikings 2 for 4 on 4th down tonight. Townsend lines up in a slot. Bell in the backfield. A lot of confusion, and finally, Kirk DeNoyer has to take a timeout.
Yeah, somebody got lined up wrong, and that leads to a play.
So a timeout taken by the Vikings. We will take a break as well. Marquette on top of Wisconsin Lutheran midway through our third quarter. This is a special Friday edition of Thursday Night Lights presented by Wendy's on My 24. Our Thursday Night Lights Real Fan Cam presented to you every week by Wendy's. Wendy's, you know when it's real. I'll take a chocolate.
Right. That would taste good right now.
A large chocolate, yes. 4.5 minutes to go here in this third quarter. A critical fourth down faced by the Vikings here. They trail 20-6. Ball spotted just inside the Hilltopper 40-yard line.
Yeah, it's just been pointed out to me that Wisconsin Lutheran's running back, Justin Heisey, is on crutches over on the sideline. He's got ice on his knee. It may be, I would hope it's just precautionary.
Evans with time delivers a nice football, and it's broken up incomplete, looking for Bell here on the near sideline.
Cody Yeager come over.
Cody Yeager able to step up the free safety to knock it away. And the change of possession gives Marquette the football on the 40-yard line. We'll expound on that a little bit further. Mike McGivern on the sideline. What do you have?
Hey, guys, Coach, you're right. Justin Heisey, the crutches are out. He is out for the game. And Jordan Webb is probable at this point. Crutches are coming out for a couple of players that are getting dinged up, but Heisey is definitely out for the game.
That's a tough blow for the Vikings here tonight. Their leading rusher from a year ago injured on that last series.
1st and 10 for the Hilltoppers. And the give is to Jordan McLean, fullback. Flegel on the stop defensively for the Vikings for no gain.
And that defensive front from Wisconsin Lutheran is really controlling the line of scrimmage right now, and Marquette has not been able to establish anything on the ground at all.
Justin Wilson, Ken Reed, Dimitri Lewis, and Zach Ginster up front with the linebackers Zach Schmertz, Flegel, Bell, and Treptow. And your secondary of Buckley, Meyer, and Denoyer for Wisconsin Lutheran here in the second half.
Here comes a blitz.
They're going to send everybody here, and they'll hand off the football, and nearly dropping it in the backfield that time. Good recovery there on the carry. Jordan Nashevitz, the running back, a senior 5'11" on the carry. Denoyer on the cover that time.
That looked a little bit like a draw play, which would have been a good call, but they couldn't get past the. There's too many people coming, can't block them all, and they're able to make the play. 3rd and 15, not a high percentage situation.
I was going to say, if you were blitzing on second down, you might be sending everybody here on third down.
Lutheran's playing 4 across. They got 2 guys shaded over here towards Mashewicz, so if they're going to throw to him, they got to keep the ball short.
Nashevitz with the catch. Flegel with the crunch back at the 30-yard line. Another loss of 5 on the play, and a drive that goes nowhere for Marquette.
I think what I see here with Mashewicz, they're playing him deep. They're not going to give him anything deep. They could probably complete some passes in front of the defense if they were willing to take a shot at that.
Andrew Krieger to punt. High snap. Krieger able to bring it down and gets off a nice kick. Again on the run, Denoyer makes the diving grab near the 40-yard line. And that's where the Vikings will take it at their own 40 here with 2.5 minutes to play in this third quarter. Check out the Wendy's Varsity Blitz High School Football Coaches Show every Saturday morning at 10 on Sports Radio 1250 WSSP. Mike McGivern and Joe Cook will talk to a different coach each week, Saturday mornings at 10 on Sports Radio 1250 WSSP.
Dario Bawali was down on that punt to cover. I think had he not fallen down, he certainly would have been in a good position to make a play. We're going to get a
movement in the backfield, and that, again, a product of the injury in that backfield. You've got Townsend and Bell now getting the lion's share of the call.
They have 2 guys who aren't starting running backs playing running back. They're already struggling a little bit with the running game, and that's a little bit of a problem that may not be able to get worked out before this evening's over.
Ball is at the.
So the motion penalty, 5 yards, makes it 1st and 15 from their own 35. Single receivers left and right. 2-man backfield behind Evans. And they'll run the quarterback counter play out across the 35 to about the 40-yard line. Evans on the counter play over the right side.
Brought down by number
Spencer
72.
Felkner again on the stop. The
Felkner.
nose guard read it well.
Spencer Felkner has had
Ball
a
is
terrific
at
night.
the Wisconsin Lutheran
If he can continue to
41-yard
play
line.
this way throughout the season, that'll make a
Second and 9.
huge difference for the Marquette defense.
6'1", 250-pound senior. Felkner, the nose guard for the Hilltoppers.
Marquette in that six-man front again. They're up there with 6 guys on the line. They're pretty much daring Wisconsin Lutheran to throw the football.
Bell with the carry that time. And he gets stopped just short of his own 45-yard line.
Matt Cole.
Cole able to make the stop along with Visith for Marquette.
Ball is just short of the Wisconsin Lutheran.
This is a big down here, 3rd and 5. You're in midfield. I think if they're going to get back in the game and start feeling good about themselves, they need to convert this 3rd down.
Late here in the 3rd quarter, 3rd and 5 from their own 45. Evans on the keeper and met at the line of scrimmage. Nothing
Evans
doing there.
Brought down by a plethora of defensemen.
John Horter, I think.
Horter was there along with a whole host of Marquette defenders that time. So both teams stymied on their last 2 drives here. And
I was just going to say this has kind of turned into a defensive stalemate. Actually, most of it's on Marquette's end of the field.
Looks like we got a new punt returner back for Marquette. And we've got a
who that
whistle
is.
on the play here as this will be whistled dead. Not sure if that's Bobby
Number
Von
20.
Ruden.
It could be Bobby Von Ruyden, yeah. Can't see if that's a 0. I go with the 2.
We had a penalty on the kick before the punt. It's a dead ball foul, and it'll go against
start.
Wisconsin Lutheran.
Against Wisconsin Lutheran. Ball is pushed back to the 40-yard line. Back for Marquette, Cody Yeager.
No, that's not Yeager back there. I think it's Von
I think it's Bobby Von Ruyden.
Nice punt here.
Yeah.
And we'll let it bounce.
Oh,
It'll get away from it, and Wisconsin Lutheran will let it roll dead at the 8-yard line.
That's huge.
So Marquette backed up inside their own 10-yard line to start this drive, but they lead 20-6 with 20 seconds to go here in this 3rd quarter from Hart Park in Wauwatosa. Next week we'll be up in Sussex-Hamilton territory. Mukwonago, Sussex-Hamilton next Thursday night, right here on My 24.
Yeah, that's 2 quality programs as well. One from the Greater Metro Conference, one from the Classic 8. Both programs have a lot of tradition, very well coached, and I think it will be a good football game.
First bank, first down here for Marquette at their own 8-yard line. And stacked up and driven back on the play. As on the carry. Flagel on the stop. Stanley Obiora, his 2nd carry tonight.
If Marquette's going to get out of here, they're probably going to have to put it in the air. They're going to let the clock run down here.
And they'll let the 3rd quarter expire here in Wauwatosa. Marquette 20, Wisconsin Lutheran 6. We'll be back with the 4th quarter. This is Thursday Night Lights, sponsored by Wendy's on My 24. Our 3rd quarter leader in this ball game tonight was Ryan Donald. His 42-yard interception for a touchdown, the only score thus far here in this 2nd half.
Right.
Our leaderboard brought to you by Wisconsin Lutheran College, academic excellence and Christian leadership.
Yeah, in fact, if you look at time of possession in the 3rd quarter, Wisconsin Lutheran had it for 8 minutes and 22 seconds to Marquette's 3:38. You'd think Wisconsin Lutheran would be ahead, but they're not.
Right on the play action, Mashevitz wide open over the middle. Mashevitz, see you later. Touchdown, Marquette.
Grice pass complete to number
Somebody
1.
blew an assignment.
Matt
In order to be that
Mashevitz
wide open, somebody had to blow an
in
assignment.
for the score.
Beautifully thrown ball off play action by Greif, his 2nd touchdown pass of the evening. Mashevitz, his 2nd touchdown reception of the night. It goes big for Marquette. 92 yards and a touchdown. Misiewicz with the reception.
I would say that was a blown assignment in the man-to-man coverage for him to be that open down the middle of the field.
Yoss for the extra point. It's up, and it is good.
Kick is
27-6.
Marquette.
Marquette on top, and for the third time tonight, they score on their first play of the drive.
Yeah, he ran right by number 32.
Not sure if he was expecting some help out there on the outside, but Trevante Buckley, the corner out there on the near side, just let Misiewicz go clean.
They have been doubling Misiewicz all night long, and Buckley's a two-year starter, so he knows what he's doing. I think as I look at his reaction, he was thinking that the safety over the top was going to help him out, and that didn't happen.
How would you like this stat line? 2 receptions for 173 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's Misiewicz's line tonight.
If he's still doing it in the 8th game, I'll be impressed.
Second touchdown grab of 80 or more yards tonight for Misiewicz.
Yeah, I don't want to minimize it. He's a very good player, but and Joe Greif is an excellent quarterback. He was a sophomore my last year at Marquette, and I thought he was an outstanding quarterback at that time, and mainly because he was such an accurate passer. His ball goes where, and that's really unusual for a high school quarterback at any age, but as a sophomore, he was very accurate, and I think he's demonstrated that tonight.
Denoyer and Bell set to receive the kick, and it will be Bell from his own 5.
Coming left.
Up the middle, out across the 20 to the 25-yard line. Wyatt Viseth on special teams tonight has been a force. Another tackle for Viseth on the return or on the coverage unit for Marquette.
He's all over.
So it'll be 1st and 10 Vikings at their own 25-yard line, trailing now 27-6.
Now this is not a situation that Wisconsin Lutheran has been in very often, and I don't think they're going to go crazy here. They're going to run their offense.
Townsend and Bell in the backfield, movement on the left side, and another penalty flag flies.
Dead ball foul, false start against Wisconsin Lutheran.
They've lost their composure just a little bit, which is I'm not surprised. They're a young team, as Wisconsin Lutheran teams go. They find themselves in a situation they're not used to.
It's the 8th penalty on the night for the Vikings. I think 9 for Marquette tonight, so neither coach is going to be happy when they look at the tape of this one.
But again, most of them are 5-yard penalties. They're not backbreakers. They certainly don't help you. But so it's 15-yarders the ones that really
the mental penalties. You got to get more focused. It's not the penalties of aggression and physical nature. Those you can live with. Evans on the run, scrambles across the 25, across the 30, and brought down at the 32-yard line.
Connor Cannon made the tackle, and Gunbawali was there. Situation where he dropped back, he didn't have any place to throw it, and decided to run.
Again, a reminder that Thursday Night Lights is available streaming live online. Log on to my24milwaukee.com and click on the TNL link. You can also find our complete game schedule, watch archive videos of our games, and even post your own photos. That's my24milwaukee.com.
Now Lutheran's back in a manageable situation. They have second and about 3 yards, so that's manageable.
Again, Townsend and Bell, your running backs. And the give is to Bell. Bell picks his way across the 35 for the first down and is brought down at the 37-yard line. Nice run by Bell that time. Good 4 or 5 yard carry. Again, if you're joining us late, Heisey and Webb both injured in this ball game and out of the contest as Jaeger stepped up to make the play on Bell.
And I think you saw some of the instincts that Bell has as a runner right there as he bopped it to the outside.
Ball just across the 37-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Vikings. Evans looking to throw. Now we'll take it down across the 40, 45. Spins his way to the 47-yard line. Brought down by Wyatt Viseth.
Well, that play there is known as a load option. And what happens there, the quarterback just takes the ball and heads down to the line of scrimmage to the end with a lead backer and a lead blocker and a pitch man, and nobody took the quarterback that time. Marquette did not have that option covered, and so he kept the ball and got a nice gain.
Gain of 9, 2nd down and 1, just short of the 48 for the Vikings.
Now they're in the shotgun on 2nd and short. Maybe you're going to take a shot at a quick score here.
Evans with time over the middle, and Wall, defender and receiver all met at the same time. Yeager breaks it up. And it was intended for Nolan McShane. And my goodness. If that's another Boucher big hit collision, we're going to look at the replay here.
Yeah, that was McShane was in a vulnerable position. It's a clean hit. See him sprinting to the left, sets up, throws the ball right there, but Yeager just actually didn't hit him quite as hard as I thought, but he caught him right up in the shoulder pad area. And
well, a lot of times as a receiver, you might not necessarily feel his presence coming and closing on that ball, so you're a little bit more relaxed expecting to make the catch, and that kind of jars you and kind of jolts you enough that.
Right, I think he's okay. He's he's a former quarterback who moved to tight end this year. That was a very unselfish move on his part, so that they could move Evans in, the junior, in at quarterback, because he's very capable, could play for 2 years, and they needed a tight end.
McShane under his own power, getting back to the sideline. As he does, we'll go back downstairs to Mike McGivern.
Hey guys, thanks a lot. I'm here with Matt Billits, and he works at Wisconsin Lutheran High School, does some admission and missionary work. Matt, thanks for coming.
Hey, thank you for having us. We're proud to be part of Thursday Night Lights. We love the program. You know, our high school has been around for 100 years, and we go by the motto, driven by faith and guided by faith and driven by excellence. And even though we're not winning this game, I know our group of kids are going to get together here after this game and keep working hard. And that's the one great thing about this sport, and the Marquette-Wisconsin Lutheran matchup has just been a great matchup to start the year out every year.
You know, it's great tradition. Last thing, you coached for 12 years. This is the first year in 12 you haven't been coaching. How much with what's going on the scoreboard does that have to do with it, Matt?
Well, I don't think it has anything to do with it, to be honest with you, but I miss working with the kids because it's a good group of kids, and Wisconsin Lutheran and Marquette, both, when the kids come out of those schools, you know they're going to be great kids. I'm proud to be a part of that.
Excellent. Thanks a lot. Back up to the booth.
Bell picks up the first down. First and Vikings, play action. Middle for Denoyer, overthrown incomplete.
That was a tough one to hit. He had him open, but would have taken a great throw to connect.
9.5 minutes to go here in this ball game. 27-6, Marquette on top.
Lutheran has decided to open up the playbook a little bit and show more of their passing game. And I think it's probably going to have to happen more often this year than they'd like it to, and they might as well start working on it.
Well, and you have to hope that the injuries to Heisey and Webb are not serious, because that could affect this offense as well. As the pitch goes back to Townsend down the left sideline near the first down marker inside the 40. Ryan Donald, who had an interception return for a touchdown earlier tonight, able to make the stop for Marquette.
Right now, Marquette not defending the option as well as they probably should. They're getting the edge. The dive play is not hurting them. It's now the quarterback and the pitch that's picking up the yardage. And they're getting big chunks of yardage.
So 3rd and 1 for the Vikings. Townsend and Bell the back. And it will be Townsend up the middle, close to a first down. Second effort may have gotten it there as a whole host of marks around the
down by the entire line
first
of
down.
Defense for Marquette.
Connor Sheehy waving off, saying he's okay.
Kind of a reversal of fortune here. Again, Wisconsin Lutheran winning last year's game over Marquette. Almost by the same identical scores. That pass too strong.
Very well covered.
Townsend, now we got a late flag. Flag the Hilltoppers for roughing the quarterback here.
I didn't see that. I was looking at the pass play.
Roughing the passer against
We're going to look at it here on the replay, but again,
books and the WIA that protecting the
and it's a foolish penalty
vulnerable
at this
player.
point. It's 27-6. You don't do that. And I don't think. But particularly at this time, it doesn't make any sense.
So a costly 15-yard penalty will move the football down to the 21-yard line of Marquette. With 8:26 to play, and the Vikings
First down,
need to get on the board here.
Wisconsin Lutheran.
Spark some life into that far sideline. Evans in under center, Townsend and Bell, and now we got whistle, and the official put the ball in play, and I think one of the running backs, Wisconsin may have off. Looks like they're going to wave.
No penalty.
Inadvertent whistle.
Okay.
We'll call it an inadvertent whistle. Townsend and Bell, your backfield. To Townsend, counter by Evan. He is met stacked up.
Brought by
Newberg.
number 62, Greg Newberg.
Newberg, a senior, 6 foot, 251-pound defensive lineman. So coach. In this drive.
Marquette 21-yard line.
Get a good look here at that counter move. The Townsend
Newberg
step back and turn to his right. In that case, his left. But Newberg was right there to greet him. 2nd and 10. Play action. Going back over the middle. Pass is complete.
That's to Ginster. He's the backup tight end.
Yep. 6'3", 203-pound Zach Ginster. Dare on the
number
that successful a couple times. Just draw the linebackers up with the dive fake and dump the ball to him in that linebacker zone. And Ginster looked like he's a seasoned veteran there.
Well, it's enough for a first down. Make it 1st and goal inside the 10 here for the Vikings. Evans will give Townsend on the carry, and he is stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Horder.
Again, Horder there to make the play.
Brought down by John Horder.
Horder's had quite a ball game tonight.
John Horder's
junior
a very good player.
lineman.
Yeah, very good player. He's going to have a great career at Marquette High. He's only a junior. He's a big kid already. He's a strong lifter. And I think he's going to anchor that defensive line for him.
2nd and goal from just inside the 10-yard line for the Vikings. Again, they trailed 27-6 midway through this 4th quarter. This time they'll try Bell, but the play is whistled dead. There was movement up front.
Flag on the play, dead ball foul.
So we'll sort this one out.
Marquette is in their
be a procedure call here.
False start.
Goal line defense
Wisconsin
look there. They
Lutheran.
had 6 guys up on the line of scrimmage, putting the pressure on the ball.
So a 5-yard walk-off against the Vikings moves the football out to the 14-yard line. Make it 2nd and goal from the 14. Again, it'll be Bell and Townsend in the backfield behind Evans, taking every snap tonight offensively for Wisconsin Lutheran. Bell breaks several tackles inside the 10, inside the 5, down to the 4-yard line.
That's a good run. Matt Kolb had him locked up on the line of scrimmage, and he got away.
Ball carrier, number 17,
knocking on the
Bell.
door.
Stopped by number 99, John Horder.
Bell goes 6 foot, 195, a junior. Horder again in on the stop for Marquette.
On the Marquette.
Well, that's a great play by the defensive lineman to make that play down the field like that.
So 3rd and goal from the 4.
The bad news is he had to make a way down the field.
Again, they'll give it to Bell. Bell gets to the 1-yard line and then is driven back just short of the goal line.
Bell on the carries.
Now you notice where they're running the ball. They're running it behind Ken Reed.
Stopped by the entire Marquette
defense. You had mentioned earlier that their best running plays have come behind Schrank and Reed over that left side.
Well, Reed has played every down on offense and defense tonight, and he's a real man.
The ball's on the 3/4 inch.
They'll mark it just inside the 1. 4th and inches here
for Wisconsin Lutheran.
It's going there again. Oh, going to sneak
Evans will sneak it in, and he gets the touchdown.
Evans
Touchdown Vikings.
in for the score.
Able to make it a 27-12 ball game.
Well, I think that drive is indicative of the character of Wisconsin Lutheran football players and the program that Kirk Denoyer has put together. They're down 27-6. They took the ball back about their own 25-yard line and marched it down the field methodically and punched it in.
Looks like they're waiting for a kicker here. I think there was some thought of going for two, but they will kick for the extra point. Van Grinson in to do the kicking. Evans on the hold. And it is up and good.
Kick
27-13 with 5:42 to go here in this ball game. Marquette on top. We will step out and take a break. A special Friday night edition of Thursday Night Lights presented by Wendy's on My 24. Well, an impressive drive by the Vikings. 15 plays, 75 yards, and the 1-yard touchdown run by Evans, the quarterback, and it's a 27-13 ball game. But you touched on it, Coach, a good character-building drive that time for the Vikings.
Right. Yep. Well, I'm very familiar with their program and their coach. I think he's a terrific coach, and his staff has been with him for many years. They have their way of doing things. They don't alter it. They've enhanced it a little bit with the passing game now. They have a good young quarterback, I think, who's, as the season goes on, is only going to get better. The receivers are very capable. I think if they can put their offensive line together, maybe develop some depth in the offensive line, then they'll be a force in the Little Ten Conference.
Marquette anticipating an onside kick. They've got their hands people up front.
Back for Marquette, Bobby Von Rieden.
And they'll kick it away, and it'll hop to Von Rieden, who'll pick it up at the 10. Out across the 20. Von Rieden lowers the shoulder. Flag down as he went down.
Flag on the play.
Probably a holding.
Von Rieden returns it out to the 30-yard line, but we'll check out the penalty here.
Just short of the Marquette 30-yard line.
It'll be a holding call against the Hilltoppers.
Okay, now this is a big penalty. This hurts because they had decent field position, and now they're going to go back.
Holding penalty against Marquette.
Well, Matt Mashevitz tonight, 2 catches,
171 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Yep.
Pretty good career for a lot of guys.
Ball's back
well, he's
to
had
the 17-yard line of Marquette.
Quite a run. He's going to be quite a player this year. Was all-conference a year ago, and certainly adding to those numbers here early in game 1.
You can see they have. You can see on the shot right here. They have 2 people right. The free safety's over, and Buckley has gotten backed off. They're doubling him.
And they'll dump it off.
Out to Ash.
Alex Ash, the tight end, with some running room. First down and more, and out of bounds across the 32-yard line.
Well, Marquette's taking advantage of that alignment. They don't have. They got double coverage on the right, so they're going to take advantage of the flat in the left.
Ball is
again, Ash, I believe that's his third reception tonight.
Yeah. Alex is very capable also.
First down.
Zach Smers there to make the stop, the 5'10 senior on the outside linebacking for the Vikings. Let's see if they go back to the ground here. They do. They'll run it here. They get it up the middle across the 35.
37, Jordan McLean
on the carry.
Well, Marquette's got some movement going now. They need to run the clock here. And they have enough points to win the game. They just need to keep the clock running.
CW18 is TV to talk about, and starting this fall, Sarah Michelle Geller is back in the new thriller Ringer, full of action and suspense. Expect the unexpected on Ringer starting Tuesday, September 13th on Milwaukee's CW18. And again, McLean out across the 40, spins to the 41-yard line, short of the first down.
On the carry.
And a critical third down here for Marquette.
They're going to keep the drive going. They're going to have to get 2 yards or get a yard.
Zach Ginster on the stop defensively for Wisconsin
Lutheran.
Lutheran.
Of the Marquette 41-yard line. Third down and 1.
So with the clock rolling, under 4.5 minutes to play, and up by 2 scores, this becomes a key down here for Marquette.
Sneak it.
And it will be Greif on the carry. He'll pick up the first down.
That's a smart move to following your all-conference 3-year starter center.
Mark Spellman, the center. Demetria Lewis on the stop. Spellman also our representing Marquette High School. 1st and 10, Marquette. Their own 45-yard line. Play action. They want to open it up. They're going for Mashevitz one more time, and it goes incomplete.
Yeah, I think he quit running at the end and kind of got to run through the catch.
Andy Denoyer with him
for number 1,
that time. Mashevitz looking for touchdown number 3 on a big play tonight.
Well, he definitely had a step, and it was probably a catchable throw. Most of the time when receivers leave their feet trying to catch the ball, they don't catch it. We always try to tell them to run through the catch.
Twins left, Twins right. Single man in the backfield is McShane. And again, gets the call.
That's Jordan Nashevitz.
Nashevitz.
Ball carrier, number 2, Jordan Nashevitz.
Brought down by Flagel for Wisconsin Lutheran, just short of a first down.
Andrew Flagel.
A couple yards shy.
Ball's at
and clock the enemy right now for the Vikings. They need to stop here on 3rd down.
And Marquette's doing exactly what they need to do. I think this is a good way for them to finish the game.
Nashevitz met in the hole, and he'll be driven back for no gain. Ginster again on the stop for Wisconsin Lutheran.
Yeah, it's a good effort, but he didn't get a lot of blocking there.
So 4th down, and right away Wisconsin Lutheran, I believe, going to stop the clock here. Take their first of 3 timeouts.
You have to hope that they can get the ball back and get a quick score and maybe onside kick and get it back. And
there was a loss on the last play. Ball's just
done. It can be done.
Thinking out loud about some possible players of the game tonight. You got Mashevitz, obviously, with his 2 highlight reel touchdowns tonight. You've got
I think Marquette's defense is probably the key to how because of the fact that they're ahead. And you can look at Spencer Felkner, I think, has had a terrific game. John Horter up on the line has had an outstanding game. Wyatt Visett has had a good game. Cordy Yeager's made a lot of tackles. Of course, Ryan Donald had the big interception.
You mentioned Yeager, a couple of big hits tonight for Mark. Other side for Wisconsin Lutheran, we talk a little bit about their offensive line and Ken Reed, what he's done on that, especially on that last drive where they ran most of their plays.
Well, he's been making the tackles on the kickoffs. He's played every play on offense at left tackle. He's played every play on defense in the line. He's got a great motor and terrific young man who's having himself a good first game.
Krieger to kick it away. Fair catch signaled for, and the ball will bounce into the, will it make it into the end zone? It'll just into the end zone for the touchback. Again, a good decision that time by Denoyer back there. Just a matter of not, that ball was going to finally roll into the end zone. So 3:05 to go here in this ball game, and again 80 yards separating the Vikings here from making this a very interesting 4th quarter.
Well, Marquette did the right thing. They want to get them backed up as far as they can. It's very difficult to go 80 yards for a touchdown. We'll see if they can spring somebody loose on a pass pattern. Maybe they have a halfback pass. They have some kind of a trick play that they've been able to work on this early in the season. Right now they got trips on the left and twins on the right. No, they got 2 players.
Yeah, that's exactly what they've got. Too many players.
How are they doing that?
You got man in the backfield. You got twins here, trips there, and that adds up to too many men on the field.
When I got to the trips and the twins and I looked in the backfield, I said, wait a minute, that's not quite right. It's been a while since I coached, but I haven't forgotten everything.
If you can figure out a way to play with 12 guys on the field, let me know.
Yeah, right.
5-yard.
So 5-yard
Go to Canada
walk-off.
or something.
1st and 15 for the Vikings. This time Get everybody set. Twins left and right. Bell, the lone man in the backfield. And Bell gets the call. Bell trying to get around left side. He's going to get wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. May have squeaked out a yard or two before he is wrapped up there.
Stopped by number 42.
Mitchell Rawson, a junior, reserve linebacker for the Hilltoppers, in on the stop. Gain of about 3 on the play. Sets up 2nd and 12 for the Vikings. Evans looks to throw, coming back near side. Contact coming out of his break, no flag. Now a late penalty marker is down. Townsend, the intended receiver. He was held up as he made his break through the linebacking core.
Well, they got their feet tangled up a little bit, and evidently the official thought that was enough to impeded him from getting the ball.
It would be on Mayer, I believe.
Against Marquette.
It'll be a 15-yard walk-off from the line of scrimmage, and then a first down here for the Vikings. We'll get another look. Right there.
You can see they got tangled up. I don't know. It's a little iffy. Incidental contact, that can happen.
So they'll spot the football at the 33-yard line, and a first down for the Vikings. 2.5 minutes to go, trailing by 14. Evans will keep across the line of scrimmage and stacked up near the 36-yard line. Short gain of 3.
That's that lead option again, and just quarterback just runs it down the line of scrimmage, and if nobody tackles him, he turns up the field.
Rawson again there to make the stop. Junior linebacker for Marquette. Second down, we'll call it 7. Vikings in a hurry up here. Evans with time, looks to throw, looking for Denoyer, incomplete.
Yeah, it's good coverage.
A little, maybe some confusion as Denoyer.
He seemed to be coming in and then supposed to come back out, and the timing wasn't quite right. What they call a squirm route, where you go inside and then you squirm your way out to the outside. You reverse pivot and come to the outside.
Ryan Trinkle, the other wide receiver involved in that play. So sets up a 3rd down and 7. Clock stopped, 2:03 to play. 14-point Marquette lead here. Wisconsin Lutheran needs to convert these next 2. Bell alone in the backfield. Twins either side for Evans out of shotgun. Good pickup of the blitz, and Evans will get some running room. Down the near sideline, first down and more, and out of bounds. Just across midfield is Evans. Great block on the play by Bell to get the linebacker.
Just going to say the key to that play was that Bell knocked down.
Might have been Yeager, I think, on the blitz, wasn't it?
Yeager or Rawson.
47-yard line.
See if you get a replay. I thought it was 42, maybe.
Anyways, a good pickup by the running back. That sprang Evans for the run, and he picks up the first down. Stopping the clock with a minute 54.
They're still alive, you know.
Ball at the Hilltopper 47-yard line. Vikings with 2 timeouts remaining. Evans from shotgun, 3 receivers left. Moving left, throws left, complete to Denoyer. Close to a first down, driven back near the 39-yard line. Looks like he'll be a yard shy of the first down. Denoyer with the reception. Fitzgibbons, I believe, on the stop. And maybe Enright, Tom Enright, the junior.
It was a small window. He got that ball in.
Gain of 8, 2nd and 2. Vikings again with time. Evans looking to throw. Drifts one out here, looking for McShane, makes the catch out of bounds. Check that, that's 85 Van Grinsven, the junior. Van Grinsven making a sliding catch inside the 20. They'll mark him out at the 17. Rawson on the coverage that time as we get another look.
Right, I think Zach Evans is showing you that he really has a nice touch on the ball. That was right on the money, right on the sideline. Perfectly thrown.
Now Marquette will take a timeout here just to get the defense a breather. Coach Maz just wanting to get his defense together. He's the defensive coordinator, linebacker coach, and make sure everybody's on the same page.
Yeah, right. They're not getting a lot of pressure on the quarterback, so he's getting time to throw. And anytime a good quarterback gets a chance to throw, he's probably going to hurt you.
Next week, another big matchup on Thursday Night Lights will be in Sussex. Sussex-Hamilton hosting Mukwonago.
Mukwonago Indians, that's correct. And both schools had, I think Mukwonago ended up 5-5 last year. and Hamilton might have been 6-4. I'm not sure, can't remember, but they both had pretty good years. Sussex Hamilton believes they have a real strong defense coming back. Mukwonago, I think, believes they have some good offensive people, so that could be a good matchup. From the two West Side conferences, they're both usually very strong conferences from top to bottom.
We'll be with you from Granger Field, 7 o'clock next Thursday night, right here on My 24. 1st and 10 Vikings at the Hilltopper 17-yard line. We have 1:23 remaining. 14-point lead here for the Hilltoppers, but the Vikings threatening. And this is Bell again, stacked up. May have gotten a yard before he was driven back there.
I tell you, Dia Bell showing that he's got good power and strength, because he got nailed at the line of scrimmage by a couple of guys, and he still got a yard or two out of that play.
Tell you what, Mitchell Rawson making a nice
that was a good
game
hit
for himself here, coming off in reserve linebacker spot for the Hilltoppers. Another tackle for Rawson. Bell again over the right side. Gets it down to about the 11-yard line before he's driven back there, under a minute remaining.
Rawson and Vesith, I think, in on that play.
Now the Vikings will burn a timeout here, stopping play with 47 seconds to go. We'll spot him just shy of the 10. It'll bring up 3rd and short for the Vikings.
Well, Wisconsin Lutheran is probably not going to win this game, but what they've shown is that there's no quit in that team. They've had a chance to work on a lot of different things in their offense. They've been successful. I think even though that they're going to come out on the short end of the stick here, they probably are a lot of successes that they've had in the field tonight that they'll be able to build on. They have a tough opponent next week. They play the defending state champion, Waukesha West. They've played them for several years as well. It's one thing about Lutheran, they don't back down from anybody. They play the best, and that's why they've had such a strong program. I think they probably have had as successful a program in the first decade of this century as any team in the state. Kirk Denoyer and his teams have won 3 state championships, and that is not an easy thing to do.
You mentioned the Vikings and the Wolverines next week. Marquette takes on Franklin for the second straight year.
Right, Franklin. Marquette started playing Franklin. This will be the 3rd year we've played them. I think they've split the first 2 years, and Franklin lost a lot of really outstanding players. They're not quite the same team they have been, but I think they might have beaten Greendale tonight, so they'll be flying high.
Going into traffic that time, Evans' pass is broken up incomplete. Looks like it was in Fitzgibbons out there. Looked like Trinkle that time was the intended target. And now brings up 4th and 3 for the Vikings. Ball just short of the Hilltopper 10-yard line.
I think one thing Zach Evans is going to benefit from this game. He's had throwing against a scout team in practice is a lot different than throwing against a real team in a game, and he's got a chance to throw a lot of balls tonight, probably more than he expected to, but I think he's accounted for himself very well.
Trips left, going to come back right, one-on-one with Denoyer, leaping grab, touchdown Vikings. Oh my goodness, what a catch by Denoyer, Andy Denoyer. He and Dare were battling in the corner of the end zone, the fade route, and Evans threw a perfect pass, and Denoyer just out-jumping Dare.
That was not bad coverage.
Watch this from this angle.
Right, this is a perfectly thrown ball. He caught the ball 1 foot inbounds. I think Andy Denoyer showed why he's one of the best players on their team. His dad has said he's the hardest worker they have, and hard work pays off.
Late getting into the play, one of the linemen here on the extra point, Van Grimson, on the Evans hold. It is up, and it is good. 27-20 makes it rather interesting here in the final seconds. You know an onside kick is coming here, so if you're Coach Maz, got to get those good hands people lined up across that midfield stripe.
They've worked on it. Both teams have worked on the situation. The onside kick as a kick to kick off, and the hands team to cover it.
So a nice pass by Evans to Denoyer. Andy Denoyer, the senior receiver.
Right, he's had a very good night.
Yes, he has. And I tell you that you won't find the word quit in the vocabulary of Kirk Denoyer's teams.
Exactly, and I think we'd have to have consider Andy Denoyer as a player of the game because he had the good punt return. He's had 2 touchdown catches. He's played every down on defense and offense. That's a pretty good night's work itself.
Well, the only thing in doubt now would be the onside kick. And Gribson will tee it up. Let's see how they do this.
Well, it's going to be a scrum, and the ball bounces funny ways, so there's no way to, it's very difficult to practice this because the ball never bounces the same way. All you can do is hope that you get a good bounce. The kickers cannot touch the ball until it's gone 10 yards. If they do, then there's no way they can recover it.
Ben Gribson will top it,
offside.
And we got an offside on the Vikings. That's why the play was whistled dead.
They'll get to kick it again.
But again, you got that over-anxious.
Right. Well, you want to get down and make that play, you know, and you get close to the line. It looked like a good kick. It had some bounce to it. It looked like Marquette had fielded it pretty accurately.
And there's 2 schools of thought.
Right.
You either top it into the turf to get the high bounce.
That high bounce,
or you do a little, what I call my little wedge shot, my gap wedge, as it looks like on the golf course. And you need to help me with that.
I wouldn't be able to help you on anything involving golf. Okay?
That's not what I heard.
I go to
we were
the
at
golf
Marquette practice. Everybody was raving about your golf game the other day.
Yeah, but they don't know. I go to the golf course and pretend.
So 5 yards further, back to the 35-yard line to attempt this onside kick. Again, they'll top it into the turf. It's got to roll 10.
It's not going to go 10 yards.
And it won't go 10 yards, so they'll let it roll dead.
Well, Donald, get away from it. Marquette guys are walking in there. There's nothing good that can happen.
Nope.
Stay away.
Remember the Leon Lett play from years ago,
exactly.
Thanksgiving Day?
Yeah.
That's exactly what you don't want to do there. So the kick rolled dead, did not go 10 yards, so it'll be Marquette football at the Wisconsin Lutheran 43-yard line.
They should be able to take a knee and run this clock out. I don't think Wisconsin Lutheran has any more than one timeout left at all.
Well, a hard-fought win tonight for Marquette.
It's been a good game. It had its ups and downs. Both teams have accounted for themselves pretty well. Marquette made a couple of actually 3 big plays. They count.
Well,
Lutheran has maybe grounded out a little bit more. That's their style.
Well, certainly the 81-yard reception, the 92-yard touchdown pass to Mishevitz, his 2 catches tonight, nearly a third this evening. But
then the interception return, that was a backbreaker.
At the snap it one more time, and Marquette, under Coach Maz, will pick up a season-opening win. Second-year coach Maz, handshakes all around as the Marquette Hilltoppers hold back Wisconsin Lutheran tonight, 27-20 in the season opener for both squads.
Well, it's a good way to start the season for both teams. Good way to start for us to start the season. It was a very competitive game.
Wisconsin Lutheran 20.
Beautiful night to play, and I don't know if there's any better place to be on a night like tonight than at a high school football game.
And again, impressed with a couple of things here tonight. The big play capability of Marquette, but the no-quit attitude in Wisconsin Lutheran. That big drive in the fourth quarter, that 15-play, 75-yard touchdown drive that made this ball game interesting here in this fourth quarter. And you have to be impressed with the work ethic and the will, for lack of a better term, on the part of Wisconsin Lutheran tonight.
Well, they have a system of football that they play. They believe in that system. Talking to Coach Denoyer this week at practice, he says they start the same way every year, but like everybody else, they have to go where their talent will take them. And they're going to be a little bit more passing than they've done in the past, I think, in order to be successful. Hopefully their 2 running backs will be back. Particularly Jordan Webb, he's the younger brother of B.J. Webb, who was tragically killed in an automobile accident a couple years ago in the summer, and I'm glad to see that he's playing football. Hopefully he's not out for the year and will come back and do himself proud.
We'll be back with our post game here at Hard Park in Wauwatosa. Again, your final: Marquette 27, Wisconsin Lutheran 20. Back with more from Wauwatosa. This is Thursday Night Lights on My 24. Special Friday night edition of Thursday Night Lights here on My 24, and it goes to the Marquette Hilltoppers 27-20 over Wisconsin Lutheran, as the Hilltoppers avenge last season's loss at Wisconsin Lutheran College with a win here tonight. They just made one or two more big plays, both offensively and defensively. Mashevitz offensively, and then the interception by Ryan Donald, the 42-yard interception return in the second half.
All right, I think this is the 12th time that these teams have played this game to start the season, and I believe now after this game it's 6-6.
Let's head downstairs. Mike McGivern has our trophy presentation.
Hey guys, I've got General Manager David Ford from My 24 to hand the Wisconsin National Guard trophy to Coach Maz. David?
Thanks, Mike. Maz, congratulations. You gave us a great kickoff. Wonderful performance. You got the National Guard banner here, and here's the trophy for winning the kickoff for Thursday Night Lights for 2011.
Thank you very much, David. And this all goes to these guys back here. They put in all the blood, sweat, and tears over these last 3 weeks, and we're really proud of them, and we're going to move on to next week.
Hey, real quick, Coach, congratulations. Better start this year than last. My goodness. Great, big plays throughout the game. A lot of excitement. Thank you so much. Congratulations, Hilltoppers. Well done.
Bunch of happy Hilltoppers with the trophy tonight as they pick up the win 27-20 over Wisconsin Lutheran. And as we said, it was just a game of Marquette making bigger plays. I mean, time of possession, you'll look at that statistic, and Wisconsin Lutheran dominated that, particularly in the second half. But it was just the big play capability of Marquette here tonight on the offensive side, and it got started early tonight, and then early in the first half and early in the second half, really the difference maker in this ballgame.
Yeah, those two plays I think kind of stunned Wisconsin Lutheran a little bit. Well, there's a good hit by Wyatt Vesith right there on the kickoff to Diabell. Here's a long throw to McShane, which was broken up by Dario Gamboli.
Again, that interior defense did a nice job tonight, all the way around. When you Horter, Felkner, Cannon, and there's the interception.
Right there.
Yep,
Ryan
that was
Donald,
the turning point of the ball game right there.
I really
Ryan
think
Donald.
I think right there that might have been the so-called dagger.
And then we take a look at the numbers here tonight, and as you said, just 5 first downs for Marquette.
Wow, that surprises me a little bit,
But again, they came up with the big plays. The 2 touchdown passes to Mashevitz, and then the big play on defense in the third quarter.
They did have that one drive that I think, but 5 first downs is 41 yards rushing. Probably not enough to be successful throughout the whole year. They need to probably improve the rushing game a little bit. Passing yards 209, that's nice. The total yardage for each teams are very close. Nice balance for Wisconsin Lutheran. Turnovers, I think only 1 turnover in the first game of the year is pretty good. So both teams are going to be able to build on what happened. You don't want to lose that first game, but I know more than once in my coaching career we lost our first game, sometimes 2, and turned out to have a great football team because you want it's not the end of the world. It's just the beginning of the season, and if you treat it that way and move on and improve, then things will get better.
Marquette a winner here tonight. We'll take a break, be back with more from Hart Park. This is Thursday Night Lights, presented by Wendy's on My 24. Marquette with a win here tonight, 27-20, and Mike McGivern has a couple of players on the sideline.
Hey guys, we've got one of our players of the game. I think Matt Mashevitz, 2 catches, $173, 2 touchdowns. That's being efficient. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You know, the only guy that said he could guard him was his brother. Said all over the yard he guarded him like a glove. He'd never get a $173 on him. Correct?
Correct.
Yeah, that's correct. Hey, tell me a little bit about that opening play, man. You know what? It's a receiver's dream. First play, throw the bomb, kind of like you all do on the playground. It was coming down. You felt pretty good. You caught it. Once you caught it, you hit your stride quick. You knew it was going for 6.
Yep. Just saw it, got behind him, and took off. Wanted to score.
You know what? Good feeling for a quarterback who's taken over for Capriva. He's got to be feeling pretty good about that.
It's a great way to start off the game. Really gets your confidence up.
No doubt. Last question, I'll cut you guys loose. As a senior, you feel some ownership on this team?
I don't know. I think that there are a lot of leaders on this team, and it doesn't really have to be necessarily the seniors. It can be anyone who steps up.
No doubt. You guys have some big shoes to fill the last 2 years. Way to go. Well done in the first game of the year. Knock off Wisconsin Lutheran. So you get home, you make sure you guard him in the yard, all right?
All right, sounds good.
Boys, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Fellas, back to you up in the booth.
Thank you, Mike. A great job tonight down on the sideline as we go to our Player of the Game award. And we're talking right there to one of them right there.
Exactly,
Matt Mashevitz,
right.
2 touchdown receptions, one an 81-yarder, the other a 92-yarder, and nearly had a 70-yarder, a third one in that second half. But Matt Mashevitz, our Offensive Player of the Game from Marquette, and for Wisconsin Lutheran tonight, our Player of the Game.
Well, it's another receiver, Andy Denoyer. He played every down on offense, played every down on defense. He had 2 great catches in the end zone for touchdowns. He had a couple catches over the middle on key third down situations. He returned kicks. Had a good punt return early in the first half that got him some good field position. He's the hardest working player on the team, according to his coach, who happens to be his dad. I know his dad, and he's a tough cookie, so he wouldn't say that about his son if it wasn't true. And I think he's living proof that hard work pays off, and he showed that tonight.
Our Players of the Game award brought to you by the Wisconsin National Guard. So a couple of highlights here and get a look at some of the things going on here tonight. And unfortunately, our monitor up here is...
we don't have a signal, so I don't know if they're showing anything or not.
So we'll let that speak for itself. But again, a couple of big plays. As we said, the big plays tonight, the big touchdown passes to start the ball game, the Mashevitz, the other 92-yarder, and then the turning point of the whole ball game, the interception return by the defense for Marquette, Ryan Donald, the cornerback on that 42-yarder.
Yeah, we had 7 touchdowns, and I think 4 or 5 of them were on big plays. With the interception return's a big play. The 2 long ones to Mashevitz, the 2 passes to Denoyer were big plays, and then I think each quarterback stuck one in there to go along with that. But that's high school football. The game has changed over the years. That the passing game is important. Most teams work on it. Kids do it in the backyard, as they were talking about with the Mashewitzes.
Well, next Thursday it's McWanago and Sussex Hamilton at Sussex Hamilton High School, 7 o'clock right here on My 24. That's Thursday Night Light next Thursday night, presented by Wendy's. For Mike McGivern and Dick Basham, I'm John Weiser. For our entire My 24 crew, thanks for watching tonight. Marquette a winner, 27-20 over Wisconsin Lutheran. Good night from Wauwatosa.